This young man is Q-Do. He's been reincarnated on the Kaitai planet for 18 years, and finally today has arrived. The day to enter the virtual world, change classes, and register as a player. The class change array is activating. Welcome player Q-Do to your first time in the virtual world. Would you like to start the class draw? Q-Do starts praying to his ancestors, hoping for a good class. The system is drawing the class a game of luck based on past karma. Congratulations player, you have drawn a class. Hidden class Necromancer. You are a Necromancer. The young man is beyond excited. This is awesome. Ancestors, you guys are the best. A Necromancer is an extremely rare class. There are only a few in the entire world. When the soul scepter is raised, countless high-level soul creatures are summoned from the gates of hell. As long as you have enough mana, you alone can take on an army. Logically, being able to draw this hidden class means he must be 1 in a million. Q-Do excitedly pulls up his attribute interface. High hopes lead to great disappointment. Name Q-Do, class Necromancer. Realm Apprentice level 1, Strength 10, Defense 6, Agility 9, Spirit 0, Mana 10 out of 10, Health 10 out of 10, Experience 0. The young man can't believe it and yells, "A Necromancer with 0 spirit. What is that even good for?" Initial stats are distributed randomly. Based on the player's class, the maximum value for each is 10. Spirit is the most important stat for a Necromancer. If it's less than 5, why even bother playing? The system asks, would you like to start the initial talent draw? Q-Do, feeling hopeless, says, whatever, just do it. I've got nothing to lose anyway. Even if I draw an S-rank talent, it wouldn't matter. The system is drawing the talent. Congratulations player, you have drawn the Brave Heart of the Mage talent. Rank unknown. Bonus 10 free attribute points. The Brave Heart of the Mage will help Q-Do. When an enemy is detected, just kill them in melee combat to earn free attribute point rewards. Unique active effect player can increase other attribute values to match the same value. The limitation is that before using the active effect, the player can only lock one attribute. Shock after shock. The discouraged Q-Do gasps. What am I seeing this right? Free attribute points are extremely hard to come by. You usually only get them when leveling up. Otherwise, you have to train on your own to increase stats. Although this talent's active effect can only be used once it has the power to bring all attribute points up to the same level. The passive effect of this Brave Heart allows you to gain free attribute points just by killing enemies in melee. If he uses this active effect now, Q-Do can turn into an all-rounded warrior. With all attributes at 10 at the rookie stage, this is a one-of-a-kind monster in history. Q-Do stares at the system board thinking, if I wait until my strength attribute reaches 1,000, or even 10,000, or 100,000, and then use it, wouldn't a Necromancer with 100,000 in all attributes be no different from a true all-rounded warrior? If the passive effect already wants me to fight in melee, doesn't melee require strength? Q-Do makes his decision and shouts, system, add the 10 free attribute points to strength. Congratulations player, Q-Do stat increase successful. Strength increased by 10. Next he will go to register and complete the rookie quest. Only by finishing the rookie quest can he be considered truly class changed. Following the spatial vortex, the young man is finally brought to the rookie quest. Upon arriving, a gorgeous girl comes to greet him. Welcome, honored player. I am your guide, Eileen. How can I help you, sir? Q-Do freezes in NPC mode. She's so stunning. He replies, I'm here to register and take the rookie quest. In front of Q-Do, a rookie gift pack appears. Upon opening it, the system announces, congratulations player, you have obtained starting equipment, Old Magic Tool Rookie Staff F-Rank Skill Book, Skeleton Summoning Technique. For Q-Do, the magic tool seems like nothing more than a decoration, with 0 spirit. Like he has, right now he can't even use the summoning spell. Regardless, this staff is pretty sturdy. Paired with his current 20 points of strength, hitting someone with this will definitely pack a punch. After briefly ignoring her, the young man turns back to ask what his rookie quest is. Eileen smiles and answers, your rookie quest is to escape the fog cave. This quest requires caution. You must absolutely not defeat the skeleton soldiers. You have to use the fastest way to escape otherwise. Before she could even finish explaining, left and right Q-Do is already gone. It turns out the guy had already run off before the conversation was over, straight into the cave mouth. It's gloomy, desolate, and full of skulls and bones. He was too reckless. Now he's just clueless. The NPC seemed to be saying something else, but whatever, forget it. The rookie quest shouldn't be that hard. Q-Do is a bit uneasy as the place is filled with bones. He tiptoes step by step and suddenly discovers a strange noise. It's a regular wild monster, a level 1 skeleton soldier, 20 out of 20 HP, charging out with a sword intending to sneak attack Q-Do. But unfortunately for it, the guy is too sharp. He immediately uses his staff to smash it in one go. The head goes flying and it's defeated. Q-Do is stunned. Wait, hello? That's it. It's already defeated. But I couldn't use magic. That was a tough battle. Player Q-Do has solved a skeleton soldier via melee combat. Rewarded 1 free attribute point. Experience +3. Congratulations, Player Q. Do you have killed your first wild monster in this life via melee combat? Reward A rank. Passive skill. Great power creates miracles. Q-Do is stunned. A rank. I get perks like this. The effect of great power creates miracles. Each point of the player's strength attribute can be converted into 2 points of attack power. Strength determines physical damage. Defense determines damage reduction. Now Q-Do's strength score is 21. 1 strength point equals 1 attack point. Other attributes are similar, which means if the opponent's defense is 0, a single punch from Q-Do is already 42 damage. This skill is equivalent to turning 1 strength point into 2. The ground starts to tremble. Dozens of skeletons burst from the ground. Q-Do decided to leave everything else for later. The most urgent task was completing the beginner quest. The skeletons simultaneously hurled their swords toward him. He dealt with them one by one. The system detected the player using melee combat to eliminate 4 skeleton soldiers, rewarded with 4 free stat points and experience points increased by 20. Congratulations to the player for successfully leveling up. Current experience points are 5 out of 20, rewarded with 5 free stat points. This means Q-Do's strength stat has reached 30. An average newbie with 10 points in a single stat is considered a genius. The young man thought to himself about the Misty Cave. Is this place not just for skeletons to farm levels? If so, wouldn't it be too simple? Suddenly, a standard wild monster, a level 3. Skeleton Captain, HP 50 out of 50, Strength 15, Defense 20, Agility 1, crawled out of the ground, armor and sword equipped, ready to take Q-Do out. Looking at it, the young man felt a bit nervous. With 15 strength, if he got stabbed by a monster like that, wouldn't it pierce right through his stomach? But its agility is only 1 point. The best defense is a good offense. He gripped his weapon tight and charged straight at it. The skeleton captain used its shield to block while launching a counterattack. It could shatter the ground with a casual strike. Spotting an opening, Q-Do lunged, aiming straight for its body. The skeleton captain tumbled to the floor, while Q-Do leaped high into the air. Die right now. 1 finishing blow and it was completely logged out. Detected player Q-Do eliminated the skeleton captain through melee combat. Rewarded with 3 free stat points, experience increased by 10. Regardless, for Q-Do, it was a strong opponent. Such a difficult beginner quest. How did the others even manage to complete it? He remembered clearly that the principal said defeating wild monsters could drop soul cores which could be opened to gain random rewards. He held the orb in his hand, curious about what would drop, and it was a skeleton gauntlet, a C-rank one-time use item. After using it, the next attack will result in a guaranteed critical hit. Q-Do was a bit disappointed. Damn, why a one-time item? If it were permanent, how great that would be. He thought it was over, but noises came from behind. Everything hadn't stopped there. Skeleton soldiers appeared in growing numbers. Even though he had reached level 2, his HP was only a pathetic 20. If he weren't careful and got stabbed by a skeleton, he'd be off to the afterlife. Q-Do rushed in to handle them one by one. Each time one vanished, his experience points increased. Congratulations to the player for successfully leveling up. Current experience 20 out of 30, rewarded with 10 free stat points. Fortunately, these skeletons all have an agility stat of 1. Q-Do checked his stat board. Name Q-Do. Class Undead Mage. Level 3. Strength 46. Defense 6. Agility 9, Spirit 0, Mana 80 out of 80, HP 30 out of 30, Experience 20 out of 30, Talent, Brave Mage's Heart, Rank Unknown, Skill, Massive Power Miracle Strike A rank. Outside the school, the students were excitedly asking each other what jobs they had drawn. Some had drawn fighter classes and were thrilled. This time I've brought glory to my ancestors. Everyone had basically finished their class transfer. But people were wondering why the principal hadn't declared it over yet. Isn't there still someone who hasn't come out? They laughed, acting dismissive. No way, right? How can someone take so long on such a simple quest? How will they survive in the future? The skeletons inside might be tough, but they're slow, they can't even catch us. If someone actually fails and dies in there, I'll laugh my teeth out. Ha ha ha. Only one friend stood outside, worried about Q-Do. Why hasn't he come out yet? Nothing happened to him, did it? After a long time of fighting until he was exhausted, Q-Do finished it all. That should be all the skeletons, right? Why haven't I been notified that the quest is complete? Suddenly a sound echoed. Too much disrespect for the skeletons. All the skulls and bones flew up, gathering into one spot. Q-Do looked absolutely bewildered. Then a normal boss appeared, the Skeleton King, currently in a weakened state. Level 10, HP 400 out of 500, Strength 45, Defense 60, Agility 1, Skills Bone, Spike Bone. Explosion. How strange. How could a boss appear in a beginner quest? Is this not meant for beginners to die? The boss started roaring in anger. It attacked Q-Do decisively, but he jumped up just in time. That was close. Luckily, he had dodged it. If that had hit, he would have been done for. This guy has high strength, but his agility is still low. That's Q-Do's only advantage, but the boss's defense is a whopping 60. The young man was worried. He didn't know if his own strength could break through that defense. Q-Do utilized his agility advantage, chasing and continuously attacking. The final hit actually worked. Even though it only dealt 32 damage, that means if he keeps attacking, the Skeleton King will be defeated. Just another dozen hits or so and he'll have it. Q-Do launched a barrage of attacks, and it seemed the boss was reeling, unable to react. The boss collapsed just like that. So this guy was just an empty shell. Now with 200 horsepower left, everything was about to end. The Skeleton King growled, leaving Q-Do frozen. I've guarded this misty cave for years, and have never seen a player make it this far. If not for so many skeleton soldiers being defeated, I wouldn't have fallen into this weakened state. Now even a newbie can break through my defense. I won't let you survive. Once he stepped out after deciding to take down Q-Do, the boss's power increased significantly. It fell into a berserk state, and its speed became even faster. It finished with a strike that cracked the stone floor. Looks like a direct attack is impossible. I have to restrict its movements first, Q-Do focused. Observing and predicting it, seems the rock behind it is about to collapse. The young man started moving really fast to distract it. He kept taunting, "Come on, you big lug." It was furious and slashed wildly. Q-Do unfortunately got hit by a Sukana. It only grazed him a little, but his HP was already almost empty. His current stat is only 4 out of 30. The boss kept attacking continuously, slamming its weapon into the ground. It was smashing around wildly with no fixed position, forcing Q-Do to jump out of the area it was attacking. His current HP is 129 out of 500. He knew he didn't have enough stamina to waste time. He had to make a quick move to win. He had to do it while it was still raging and hadn't gotten back up. One strike to finish it off. The young man jumped high and used the Skeleton Fist Flute, a one-time use item. After using this, the next attack will increase critical damage by 100%. Q-Do delivered one final massive critical hit with all his might. The stone floor shattered, and finally the mission was complete. Newbie exited the fog cave. Congratulations to player Q-Do for officially becoming a player in the virtual world. Congratulations to player Q-Do for defeating the fog cave boss, Skeleton King. You are rewarded with 30 free attribute points. Detected that player Q-Do defeated the Skeleton King boss with a physical attack, rewarded with 10 points. Free attribute points, experience plus 50. Reward for boss kill, player levels up 3 times in a row. Congratulations to the player for continuous level ups. Current XP 0 out of 50. Reward for completing the newbie dungeon Skeleton King ring. The young man didn't expect to receive the boss's equipment too. The Skeleton King Ring is sea-level gear. Effect after wearing player's first basic attack damage increases by 50%. Cooldown 24 hours. Profession restriction none. Kyudo showed interest. Not bad. Although its power isn't equal to the Skeleton Fist Flute, it can be used long-term. If I sell sea-level gear, I'd get at least a few 100,000 this time. I hit the jackpot. He suddenly realized the system notified him that he was the first person to kill the Skeleton King. That means no one had killed it before. So how did they clear the dungeon? Anyway, I have to get out of here first and think about it later. Kyudo's current status table has changed. Level 5, Strength 76, extremely powerful. Defense 6, Agility 9, Spirit 0, Mana 200 out of 200, HP 50 out of 50, Experience 0 out of 50, Talent Mage's Brave Heart, Skill Miracle Appearance A-level, Equipment C-level Skeleton King Ring. The moment Kyudo returned, his chubby friend was incredibly happy and ran over to give him a big hug. That guy's name is Duong Huang Kyudo. What's wrong? Why did you take so long on the newbie mission? I thought you died in there. Kyudo acted surprised. Could it be that you all completed the newbie mission and stepped out a long time ago? That's right. It's been 3 hours since the first player cleared the dungeon and came out. Duong Huang bragged about getting the mage profession. I got the mage profession. It's a mage, do you know? Avada Kedavra. It seems everyone went into the same dungeon. The class monitor Ma Fai crossed his arms and started showing off, mocking Kyudo. So the last one to come out is you, huh? Ha ha ha. Turns out you're just all looks. So what if your handsome talent in the virtual world is what's more important? Do you even know what my profession is? Kyudo didn't care about him at all. He kept pushing and causing trouble. Just then, the principal crossed his arms and announced, "You have all completed registration in the virtual world. Tomorrow, the whole class will form teams to participate in the newbie trials. Let's introduce our professions and talents to get to know each other first." One by one, the students proudly bragged about the professions they received. I'm a warrior. Talent D level. I'm an assassin. Beside those who were excitedly bragging, there were still those feeling helpless. My talent is D level. I guess this life is pretty much a bust. The sexy girl. Trio Tunguyat introduced, I am a healer mage class, level 2 strength 3, defense 6 agility, 5 spirit 6. The athletic girl also introduced, I am a tank. Talent, B-level profession, Holy Knight level, 2 strength 5, defense 9, agility 6, spirit 3. Ma Fai held his sword looking cocky. Principal, my profession is sword, cultivator level 3, strength 9, defense 6, agility 8, spirit 4, talent B level. After Ma Fai finished, the classmates started buzzing, looking at him with admiration. Sword! Cultivator is an extremely powerful profession in the virtual world. One sword, one jug of wine, living freely and vengefully. The class monitor is worthy of being a genius. The principal also thought to himself, Talent B level is already ranked as a genius. Looks like this student is pretty good. The next person who had to introduce was Kyudo. My profession is Necromancer. As for talent, it's currently not convenient to disclose. Saying it's not convenient to disclose, he didn't even know his own talent level. The principal jumped. Necromancer is a hidden profession. The classmates were shocked, one after another. Is that really true? In the past, there was a necromancer who, relying on his own strength, destroyed an entire guild of others. Ma Fai stood there, judging. Necromancer. How is that possible? But so what if it's a hidden profession? Mages are known as a weak profession. They fear close combat the most. Because of being in contact with the undead year-round, a necromancer's body is even weaker than an ordinary person's. The time to cast summoning spells is also very long. It can be said that without teammates to protect them, powerful professions like assassins or sword cultivators are the bane of necromancers. He didn't state his talent level. It's likely his talent is too low, so he didn't dare to say. Contrasting with Ma Fai, who was already acting cocky, Kyudo was very calm. This also made others feel surprised. Wow, look, everyone classmate Kyudo is so calm and not arrogant. Isn't this the demeanor of a genius? So cool having a hidden profession and being so humble. I'm way behind classmate Q-Do. Is this the difference between a genius and an ordinary person? Even his personality is that calm. If I had drawn a hidden class, I definitely wouldn't have been as collected as Q-Do. Everyone else was either jealous or in awe. Only Q-Do seemed hesitant and worried, a necromancer who can't even cast a single spell. His strength is only slightly above an average person's. Who knows if he can even protect himself during the novice trial? He's hardly in a position to take the lead. What will he do if he gets there and realizes he can't even summon a single undead creature? The principal was still observing him, nodding in silent approval. Q-Do, you're excellent. After completing the novice trial, you will definitely get into a top university in the country. Once everyone had finished their introductions, the lesson was over. It was time to go home and prepare for the novice trial tomorrow. Duong Huang acted excited for Q-Do. You're amazing. That's seriously impressive. How did you manage to pull a necromancer class? Still, I'm lucky my spirit stat is 8, and my other attributes aren't too bad either. Necromancer class level 2, strength 5, defense 6, agility 3, spirit 8. These stats aren't bad, right? Q-Do was speechless, barely able to force a comment about the spirit stat. In fact, the young man didn't even dare to open his mouth, just giving a vague reply. It's okay, hard work makes up for talent. He hadn't expected Duong Huang's stats to be in single digits. Then isn't your total of 76 stat points absolutely heaven-defying? This was Q-Do's house, the one his parents left behind after they went missing. Every time he came home, out of habit he would say, "I'm home." In his memories, that's how he greeted his parents every time he returned. His parents in this world were very gentle people. When he was 6, they said they had to go to the capital for a trip, then suddenly disappeared without a trace. Since then, Q-Do had become an orphan. It had been 12 years. He still had no clue where they had gone. Q-Do set a goal: he had to get into the university in the capital to uncover the truth. The next day, another day of diligent study unfolded. For today's novice trial, I have only one request. If you aren't sure you can make it, remember to log out immediately. It is better to fail the trial than to lose your life in there. Don't be too tense. Usually a novice dungeon isn't too dangerous and won't kill players, but there are always exceptions. There was a serious incident once. A novice dungeon caused an entire class of 40 students to lose their lives. Furthermore, their bodies were never found. To this day, no one knows how terrifying that dungeon was. All we know is that its name was Nightmare Village. The students broke out in a cold sweat, their faces filled with anxiety. The principal tried to console everyone. You don't need to be that nervous. As long as you log out of the virtual world in time, you won't be in danger. Get yourselves ready. When the clock hit 0, they entered the virtual world and the novice trial began. The students were transported to the same place, a gloomy and quiet area. Before long, Ma-Fi bragged, "Don't worry everyone, Ma-Fi will definitely protect you all well." He even demanded to be the leader. "Follow me, I'll guide everyone through the level." He did it all out of pure jealousy toward Q-Do. He thought to himself, "Q-Do, so what if you're a necromancer? I will prove that only I, Ma-Fi, am fit to be the leader of this class. I am the strongest one here." Q-Do still didn't care. What he was wondering at that moment was, what kind of dungeon is this, and why hasn't the system given us a prompt? Just then, an old man with purple skin, a demonic face, and sunglasses appeared and sighed. "What a pity. To be so young. What a pity." All the students stood in defensive positions. "Who are you?" "An NPC." "Hey, old man, what do you mean by that?" He declared, "Welcome to Nightmare Village. Welcome to the Novice Trial Nightmare Village. Difficulty S-Rank Novice. Note: Novice Trial difficulties are calculated separately from other dungeons. An S-Rank Novice is equivalent to an E-Rank Standard dungeon. The trial requirements were survive and leave, and find the core secret of Nightmare Village. It felt like a bolt from the blue. Everyone turned pale with extreme fear. This couldn't be. Was this the very dungeon that had killed those 40 people? Some students, terrified of dying, burst into tears, demanding to go home, quitting the game on the spot. Ma-Fi, despite being scared, still put on a brave front. "Everyone, don't be afraid. Ma-Fi will definitely lead you out of Nightmare Village," Q-Do calculated. "An E-Rank dungeon requires at least a beginner level to clear. We are all just apprentices. How could we possibly clear it?" The levels of the virtual world are divided into Apprentice, Beginner, Intermediate, and Advanced. Levels 1 to 10 are Apprentice, 11 to 20 are Beginner, and so on. A few cowards tried to hurry and escape through the teleportation gate, but as soon as they approached, they were bounced back. It seemed there was no way out. The old man scared them further. Don't struggle anymore. Once you enter Nightmare Village, you will never get out. The weak-willed students screamed in despair. We're done for. We're all going to die here. I'm going to die. My family is rich. I don't want to die yet. Wah. Even at this point, Mafai was still being arrogant, trying to show off. Everyone gather round. Mafai will definitely lead you out. Just trust in me. Kyodu was worried. No wonder the previous class was wiped out. The mission was to find the core secret of Nightmare Village. This old man, though he talked nonsense, didn't seem to have a hostile attitude. He concluded the old man wasn't an enemy. The old man walked around telling everyone not to worry. If you've already arrived, just stay here peacefully. Mafi showed his resolve. I understand, sir. You want us to be comfortable and face this with confidence, right? Like hell I do. He glanced at them with a dangerous look. No, I meant they are coming, so just be buried here. All right. No more joking. I am the village chief of Nightmare Village Gogan. There are 2 rules for living here. First, you can stay in any room you want, but the black stone on. The door you must absolutely not touch. Second, you must return to your rooms before dark. Furthermore, you must lock the windows tight. No matter what happens, do not open them. Sensing something mysterious, Kyodu asked the village chief, Why can't we go out after dark? Gogan squinted and replied, You'll understand soon enough. It was already getting dark. Everyone decided to follow the village chief's advice and find a room to hide in first. They split into 4 groups, 11 people per group. Kyodu's group decided to rest on the 2nd floor. The girl Trio Tunguyet came over to start a conversation. Classmate Kyodu, if there's any danger, remember to protect me, okay? My class is a healer. I can heal a lot of your HP. Seeing that, Tahu rushed over annoyed. Trio Tunguyet have some dignity. There are still so many classmates watching these 2 girls are like cats and dogs. Seeing that Trio Tunguyet immediately raised her chin. I like it like that. Can you manage me, you flat-chested girl? A verbal war broke out. You think a cow like you is pretty. Still better than someone with absolutely nothing. That's just because you're fat. While the 2 girls were at each other's throats, a classmate instinctively looked out the window. Suddenly, the image of his late grandmother appeared, making him tear up. Grandma, your grandson misses you so much. That grandmother looked him in the face and said, Avu, my good grandson. I'm so cold. It's scary out here. Can you open the window so I can hug you? Avu reached out to push the window open. Kyodu, seeing that, screamed in a panic to stop him, but it seemed too late. Stop! That's not your grandmother. The moment the window swung open, the red-eyed grandmother lunged straight at Avu. Avu, still trapped in the hallucination, reached out to touch her face. Duong Huang quickly used sand chains to temporarily block the monster. Hurry over here. I can't hold it much longer. Avu finally snapped out of it and ran toward the group. The monster then revealed its true form. Nightmare-type monster level. 350 out of 50 HP. Strength, 25. Defense, 5. Agility, 25. Skill enchantment. Everyone was shocked that a nightmare type like this was just a common monster. Are the monsters in this starter dungeon really that Twisted Duong Huang had exhausted his strength to restrain it? It broke free and lunged straight at him. The guy broke into a cold sweat. Damn it, don't come over here. You won't find a fatty like me. Tasty, luckily. Friends know how to help each other. Just when it seemed like it was all over that girl, Tahu acted just in time. She continuously lost HP. Duong Huang, you run fast. Trio Tunguyet, help me. Kyodu summoned the spirit to restrain this nightmare. Everyone showed their determination. Got it. Trio Tunguyet activated the Gentle Breeze healing spell. Tahu's HP gradually increased. Tahu thought, as long as everyone coordinates well, taking care of this nightmare shouldn't be hard. Now we just wait for Kyodu to summon a spirit. So much hope, so many surprises. I don't get why Kyodu grabbed a weapon and charged in like she was really going to Fight the monster. Dong Huang yelled in desperation. Zuka, that's not how you use a staff. If you get close to a nightmare, you'll die. Q-Do switched to I don't care mode and just started swinging away. In the end, one final blow was all it took to kill it. The group was shocked. A nightmare with 50 HP was killed, just like that. Is that how spirit mages fight their enemies? Everyone ran over to look. The monster gradually turned into a black stone after death and was slowly dissolving. The special thing was that it looked exactly like the symbol on the doorframe. Triutun Guyet assumed it was all stuff from the Nightmare Village, so it wasn't surprising. Q-Do felt something was wrong. Strange. Is there a catch? Why didn't I get any additional stat points for killing a nightmare in melee? Seeing Q-Do's dazed expression, Tahu asked curiously, Q-Do, did you notice something? It's nothing. Maybe I'm overthinking it. The next day, everyone went outside and talked about the monster from last night. Thankfully, we had Tahu and Q-Do last night. Thinking about that nightmare still makes me shiver. I think sticking close to Q-Do was the right call. She is so strong she took care of that nightmare in the blink of an eye. Not only that, Tahu was in front using her shield to directly block the nightmare's attacks. Tahu is also very capable. Ma Fai heard this and felt resentful and jealous. Yeah, if I were there, I definitely wouldn't let a girl like Tahu go up and take damage. Hiding behind a girl isn't something a real man should do. It's just a nightmare. I could kill it with one sword stroke. Ma Fai kept thinking to himself, then jumped up to look cool and delusional. Just then, Q-Do came out and snarked, class monitor exercising so early. What an effort. Duong Huang also chimed in. Otherwise, why would he be the class monitor? Just this level of effort already puts him ahead of many people. What a pair of brothers with the same mindset. They really know how to roast someone. Ma Fi didn't seem to realize it was a burn cough. I was just training casually. Then he went over to hit on Tahu. How about sharing a room with me tonight? I definitely won't let you take any more damage. Tahu, who sounded pretty stuck up, replied. But my class is a heavy tank. If I don't take the damage, are you going to do it? Ma Fi felt embarrassed and flustered. No, I can handle the nightmare alone. There's no need for you to step in. Tahu heard this and scolded him immediately. Ma Fai thinking like that is wrong. The teacher said we have to be united and help each other. You can't always think about doing things by yourself. You should learn from Q-Do more. Just then, a huge disturbance occurred. The village chief brought a group of people over, shouting angrily, "Arrest them all, not a single one spared. Hang them all on the fire altar. Use the intense flames to wash away their crimes. Anyone who dares to resist will be killed on the spot." Ma Fai spoke up. What's going on? Village chief is... There's some kind of misunderstanding, the man replied aggressively. No misunderstanding. Think about what you all did last night. Q-Do looked at the number of villagers here. And noticed that their ages didn't seem to vary much. Last night? Do you mean the nightmare we killed? The village chief roared. Silence. That was the guardian spirit of this nightmare village. Surely it was you who broke the rules of the nightmare village last night, and the guardian spirit punished you. By the time that happens, the guardian spirit will be furious. We villagers will also face disaster. You deserve to die 10,000 times over. Ma Fai looked tense. Village chief, if we accidentally killed the guardian spirit, is there any way to make amends? The village chief replied, Yes, there is. Whoever provoked the guardian spirit must stand outside their room when night falls. Do you dare? Ma Fai thought. No. Who knows how many monsters are in this nightmare village? If we stay out here when night falls, won't we just be waiting to die? Without a second thought, Q-Do immediately volunteered. Fine. I killed that guardian soul, so I'll stay here and wait for nightfall. Ma Fai, seeing this, started getting fired up. Though he was jealous, he was also worried about his friend. Are you insane? You don't have to try this hard just to get attention. You're literally looking to die. Then he turned to explain to Gogan. I'm so sorry, village chief. This classmate of mine isn't quite right in the head. Don't take him seriously. Q-Do insisted. Relax, class president. I'm not crazy. There are some things I want to verify that could help us clear this dungeon. Goguen immediately ordered his men to tie Q-Do up. Ma Fi stood by and asked, Q-Do, what do you mean by help us clear this dungeon? Ta Hu was trying to guess, did you actually find the secret? The core of the nightmare village? Q-Do answered with a calm smile. Basically, yes. Wait until tonight and I'll confirm it. I'd be able to cut down all enemies in the world. After a minute of bragging, he got slapped in the face by the monster. Ma Fi's face scrunched up, panic and dizziness kicking in. What the? It's so fast. How did a mage like Q-Do manage to smash something like this? No way. If Q-Do can do it, so can I. He regained his composure and charged with a defense-breaking sword strike. Triotun Guyet and Ta Hu ran toward Q-Do to untie him. Why are everyone out here? Didn't I tell you all to stay inside and wait for me? We thought you'd be in danger out here alone, so we came to help. The chains binding Q-Do's hands were too hard to untie, so Ta Hu had to wait for Ma Fi to cut them with his sword. But he was stuck on the other side. What were they supposed to do now? Q-Do flexed his wrists and decisively snapped the chains with pure muscle strength. See, not that hard, is it? So the guy had let himself be tied up on purpose. He could have broken free whenever he wanted. The two girls were sweating. Q-Do, are you really a necromancer? Hearing that everyone was sounding the SOS, Ma Fi turned back to help. Triotun Guyet started healing him. Even though he was exhausted, Ma Fi still stubbornly maintained his cool guy image. No need, I can do it. True power is forged in battle. Scars are a man's medals. Duonghuang realized the monster's weak point and shouted, That's right. Yesterday Q-Do used his staff to smash the nightmare's head to kill it. Master Ma, don't just fight it. Try cutting off its head. The nightmare's weak point is its head. Ma Fi smirked. So that's it, I should have realized that. He went for it immediately. Q-Do didn't even have time to stop him. Ma Fi, actually, the nightmare's weak point isn't its head. Still stubborn, he retorted. What, Q-Do, are you scared? Are you afraid that I'll surpass you, Ma Fi? You need teammates to help you deal with one nightmare while I only need one sword. Why? Because this one strike will look very cool. After slashing its head, the monster's HP dropped, but it didn't die. Ma Fi was almost out of HP and he went into a panic. Oh, Nightmare Big Brother, what's wrong with you? I hit your weak point, just die already. Duonghuang asked, Are you sure the weak point is the head you? I aren't lying to me, are you? Ta Hu didn't understand either, because clearly when Q-Do attacked the head, it disappeared immediately. Duonghuang realized, I get it now. The problem is you're not as good as Q-Do. Hearing that was like a lightning strike to Ma Fi. His self-esteem was crushed. I'm not as good as him, a sword cultivator like me, not as good as a necromancer like him. Everyone called him back, fearing he'd die. Ma Fi, get over here with your current health. If you get hit one more time, you'll definitely die. In this state, you'll be killed instantly. It'll be too late by then. Or maybe, let Q-Do go. Hitting the sore spot only made Ma Fi rebel more. He was determined to finish the monster off. The mental stimulation made him strike even harder. That last defense-breaking sword strike took 30 HP from the monster, leaving it with only 5 out of 50. Ma Fi thought this last hit. I must be the one to kill the nightmare. I want to prove that I, Ma Fi, am not inferior to Q-Do. Just as Ma Fi was about to unleash his final move, Q-Do walked up and gave it another smash, making it vanish completely. Ma Fi started kicking up a fuss, claiming Q-Do was stealing the kill. Q-Do remained calm, holding the stone in his hand. Good job, class president. Ma Fi immediately caused a scene, explaining to everyone. Everyone saw it, I was the one fighting this nightmare. Q-Do interrupted. Eat up, you petty jerk trying to steal the credit. Q-Do still seemed to be looking for something, but it wasn't in that stone. Just after dealing with that, one more nightmares arrived, and this time there were 2. Q-Do shouted for everyone to go back inside. No need to fight these 2. Have you found a way to clear this? After running inside and locking the door, the 2 nightmares couldn't get in at all. Ta Hu asked Q-Do, what do you think is the way to clear it? You'll know tomorrow. By then, you all have to listen to me." The next day, the village chief made a scene again. "You despicable outsiders, we gave you a chance to redeem yourselves and you just made things worse. You killed another guardian soul. You all deserve to go to hell. Go to hell. No matter what you say today, you all have to die. We can't let you destroy our nightmare village. Do right now, reveal it all." Village Chief Gogan: "Are you really sure you all are residents of Nightmare Village?" Gogan screamed, his neck veins bulging. "Damn it, our ancestors have lived in Nightmare Village for generations. Don't you dare try to stall for time. You're all dead meat." Q-Do continued: "The story up until now. This is the perfect time to reveal the truth about Nightmare Village. There is only one truth." "What do you mean by that?" Q-Do pointed his finger firmly. "It's you and this person and this one too. Everyone in this village. Nightmare Village isn't your real home. You 40 people are actually the class that was wiped out in the Nightmare Village dungeon. We were in an illusion. From the moment we stepped inside, which is why we couldn't leave the virtual world." To change the subject, Gogan laughed like a madman. "Ha ha ha, what illusions? What class are you making up stories? You're just afraid of death, so you're trying to use lies to fool us. Everything you said is just your own narrative with zero proof," Q-Do confidently asserted. "Of course I have proof." He gestured for them to look at the amulet stone. Gogan jumped in shock. "The amulet stone. You actually dared to take it down. You deserve to die." At that moment, all of Q-Do's friends also removed their amulet stones. Gogan roared, "The amulet stone is a supreme holy object that protects us from night attacks if anyone touches it. Yet that Lord will surely rain down divine punishment." Q-Do continued the reveal. "This isn't an amulet stone at all. The entire illusion is caused by these stones and the mysterious symbols on them. Just by shattering it, this illusion will start to crack." Before Gogan could rally the villagers to attack Q-Do smash the stone, the sky seemed to crack open. Gogan clutched his head in pain as memories came rushing back the day the principal entrusted him with leading the class to Nightmare Village, and the scene of the whole class being chased by monsters until Gogan and his friends transformed into different forms. Gogan had become the village chief right after that. He slowly returned to his normal state. "I remember now. I'm the class president." The system flooded them with notifications. "A player has discovered the core secret of Nightmare Village. Successfully awakened the villagers of Nightmare Village. Mission complete. Rewards will be calculated based on each player's mission ranking. All players will be teleported out of the dungeon." Everyone was overjoyed because they had finally cleared it. Before leaving, Gogan didn't forget to thank Q-Do's group. Everyone cheered and celebrated, praising Q-Do. "You're amazing. How did you know this was the way to clear it?" Mafi crossed his arms reluctantly, admitting, "Fine, Q-Do, I'll give you credit for being clever this time. We'll talk more after we get back." But then, they realized, why are we still here? Didn't we clear the level? Congratulations to the 5 players for destroying the Black Stone of Nightmare Village. Triggered hidden mission, steal the Nightmare's heart. Mission difficulty. EQ-Do's status board has been updated. Class Necromancer, Level 5, Strength 101, Defense 6, Agility 9, Spirit 0, Mana 200 out of 200, HP 50 out of 50, Experience points 0 out of 50. The remaining students had all returned to Academy 4. The principal was very surprised. But why hasn't Q-Do's group returned yet? The principal wondered, how could this be? Did they trigger a hidden mission? If that's truly the case, and if they complete the mission smoothly, just based on this achievement alone, they could choose any university in the country. But triggering a hidden mission is extremely dangerous. Moreover, it's the Nightmare Village hidden mission, and they are all just beginners. Will they even be capable of completing the mission? Back at Nightmare Village, the 5 remaining were confused. What do we do now? I'm only level 3. I guess everyone else is about the same right. Being this weak and starting a hidden mission is no different from walking into our graves. Besides, what is the Nightmare's heart? We don't even know what it is, let alone where to find it. Tahu turned to ask Q-Do, what do you think? Do you think we just needed to wake up the village chief and the others and that's it? Did we really need to smash the black stone? Q-Do didn't know how to explain it. He just coughed to brush it off. Duong Huang jumped up. I get it now. A hidden mission is a stroke of luck that you can't force in this virtual world. Q-Do, you definitely knew early on that smashing the black stone would trigger a hidden dungeon. That's why you told us to smash the stone together, right? Brother Do, you deserve for me to call you brother. You didn't hog the hidden mission for yourself and were willing to bring us along to share the rewards, Ma Fi thought to himself. I didn't expect Q-Do to be willing to share this opportunity. Just you wait. I may have been worse than you in the beginner trial, but in this hidden mission, I will definitely finish before you. Suddenly there appeared normal monsters, nightmare fiends, level 5, HP 50/50, strength 25, defense 5, agility 25. The monsters rushed forward, screaming hundreds of times. Everyone must die, everyone must die. Duong Huang panicked. 4 enemies at once. How are we supposed to fight this? Tahu tried to stay calm, telling Tunuyat to be ready, to buff him at any moment. While using his shield to block Tahu, commanded his teammates. Duong Huang used crowd control on them. Ma Fi attack now. Duong Huang immediately activated Golden Bind, while Ma Fi activated Sword Chi Armor Piercing. Ma Fi was shocked to see that his attack only dealt 10 damage, while one hit from Q-Do instantly took down a monster. Truong Tunuyat urged everyone, hurry up, I'm almost out of mana. And Tahu is almost out of health too. Q-Do wielded his weapon and decisively lunged at the monster, attacking Tahu successfully, taking down the Nightmare Fiend thanks to his physical attack, earning 1 free attribute point. Tahu shouted from behind, warning Q-Do to be careful because 2 more were rushing in. It wasn't hard at all. He took down the remaining 2 with 1 hit each. They were gone just like that. Q-Do handled them solo. Each kill earned him another free attribute point. XP plus 10. The guy was quite excited, as expected of a hidden dungeon. The drop rate for equipment is really high. He curiously opened it, wondering what it was. The item received was Little Fairy's Necklace, rank F effect plus 5% damage. The drop rate is actually pretty high. You're curious and open it not knowing what it is. The item received is the Little Fairy's Necklace F rank with an effect of plus 5% damage. Even though the job-limited skill for mages is a good piece of gear, you're not exactly pulling it off. It'd be better to use that skill on someone like Duong Huang. You're literally celebrating like you've won the lottery every time you finish off a mob. Luckily, we're all okay. You guys coordinated well. CI Ma Fi am pretty awesome too. Q-Do keep a cool head in this chaotic world. Let's move. Let's keep hunting dream demons. Q-Do's current status academy level 5, strength 100, 1 times 2, defense 6, agility 9. Spirit null mana, 200 out of 200, HP 50 out of 50, XP 40 out of 50. Just need to kill 1 more dream demon to hit level 6 and there's a high chance of it dropping gear for myself. Q-Do seems really fired up about this hidden quest. Q-Do, if I remember correctly, the hidden quest requires us to obtain the Nightmare Heart. Q-Do smiled and replied, the Nightmare Heart must be inside the Dream Demon. Kill the Dream Demon, I'm not wrong, just trust me. Suddenly the ground shook and cracked open, forming a deep pit. All 5 of them fell in. Q-Do hadn't even figured out where they were landing. Feeling around, he was puzzled. Why is the ground so squishy? Duong Huang screamed, Q-Do, can you get off my butt? I was just wondering why the ground was so soft. After landing, it's a relief everyone is fine, but here, it reeks. Sounds like we fell into a sewer. The air here is stagnant. Feces, urine, and rotting microorganisms, it's no wonder it smells. Trio Tunguyet looked panicked. No, that's not it. Everyone look over there. That's its breath. It's a rare boss, the Nightmare King. Status sleeping. Level 10. HP 1000 out of 1000. Strength 65. Defense 20. Agility 60. Skill, Nightmare Poisoning. The system gives a friendly warning. If you wake the Nightmare King, it will hunt you down relentlessly. Looks like this is a rare boss. Even though they're both level 10, this Nightmare King is way stronger than the Skeleton King. Everyone, do you think? that the Nightmare Heart is actually the Nightmare King's heart. What if we find a way to forcibly abandon this hidden quest? 65 points of strength. I'm afraid it'll turn me into a pulp in seconds. Mafi stood there terrified but still kept trash-talking. If you all say so, then I'll let this Nightmare King go. Only Q-Do insisted there was still a chance. His current strength is 101, and combined with the miracle proc, it becomes 202. Plus the 50% buff from the Skeleton King's ring. The first hit could take off 1/3 of the Nightmare King's HP. Next, we just need to hit its weak point 3 to 4 times, and maybe we can kill it. But this plan is basically throwing ourselves into the fire. One slip-up and we're dead, no matter how much Duong Huang trusts Q-Do. In this situation, he still had to pat his head. Brother, do you have a fever? A monster over 10 meters tall, and you're sane. Aye, we have a chance, Q-Do calmly explained. Listen to me. While the Nightmare King's stats are high, its clear weakness is its defense. Turn the enemy's weakness into your own advantage. It's not certain that we don't have a chance. Tahu understood. I think I know what you're planning. You need us to draw the Nightmare King's attention, right? Exactly. As long as you guys can create an opening for me, I guarantee I'll kill the Nightmare King. Of course, this is extremely risky. The Nightmare King's agility is higher than ours. I'm afraid none of us can take a hit from it, so you four must work together to hold it down. All four decided to trust Q-Do one more time. Okay, we trust you, Brother Do. My little life is in your hands. If you're asking, I'll back you up, but if you can't do it, don't push yourself. A boss this strong, there's no shame in running. Q-Do seemed to have calculated everything and told everyone to rest easy. After resting, the 5 started their move. As long as they don't attack the Nightmare King, it won't wake up. The first strike is crucial. You have to find the weakest spot. Q-Do climbed onto its body and discovered something. He identified it. Looks like this is definitely the Nightmare King's weak point. The young man carefully raised his weapon and activated the effect of the Skeleton King's ring. The first decisive strike drained 508 HP from the Nightmare King. The students stood there with their jaws dropped. How much is this the damage of a mage? System announcement, player Q. Do has shattered the Nightmare Heart. Quest changing. The Nightmare King has awakened. Quest change successful. Current quest, kill the Nightmare King. Difficulty grade A. It woke up in a fit of rage. Q-Do stood ready and told everyone to prepare. Just follow the plan I mentioned. Help me create an opening. It let out a roar condemning humanity's treachery. Q-Do shouted, Mafi attack. Attack it and pull its aggro. He listened and charged in. You don't even need to ask sword or a defense break, Suka. It looked impressive, but only did 1 point of damage. Why can Q-Do's staff strike for 508? But I can't. I don't believe it. Even if it's just a scratch, I'll scratch you to death. Continuing with crits attacking persistently. The Nightmare King was furious. You little ants, if you want to die first, this king will oblige. Mafi tried to power up and act tough. Nightmare King, a true man, must hold a 3-foot sword and achieve great glory. Mafi wasn't about to be afraid of death. Then he called for Duong Huang and Tahu to help him block it. Golden shackles were activated. On top of that was the support of the light shield. Mafi was constantly losing HP, while Trio Tunguyet stood in the back, healing him, continuously weakening the 2 layers of attack, plus her healing. I barely managed to block the Nightmare Code. It doesn't look like I can hold out much longer. Q-Do, are you done yet? Damn it! I'm about to kick the bucket. Q-Do took the signal and immediately rushed out with a finishing blow, dealing 182 damage to the Nightmare King. The system warned that the Nightmare King's health was critically low. Nightmare Realm is about to activate. Q-Do froze for a moment, while the other members kept losing HP. Enemy. During the casting period, it will deal wide-range damage. No. There's no way to stop it at this point. We can't give the Nightmare King any chance. That must be why Akam and the others were trapped deep in the illusions for so long. They must have been hit by this move. Q-Do lunged forward to trigger a skill that interrupted the casting. The Nightmare King's remaining HP was 128 out of 1,000. Just a little bit more. You jumped high into the air and faced it head-on. Trio Tu Nuyet warned anxiously. Q, do be careful, I'm out of mana. I can't heal you. No need for healing at this point. The moment that staff smashed into its head, the Nightmare King was wiped out for good. Congratulations to player Q for obtaining the full Nightmare Village boss skin. Reward 30 free attribute points. Detected that player Q defeated the Nightmare King boss with physical attacks. Reward 10 free attribute points. XP increased by 50. Congratulations to the player for consecutive level ups. Current XP 30 out of 50. Reward 10 free attribute points. Hidden quest completed, defeat the Nightmare King. The system will distribute rewards based on player performance. Evaluating player completion. Finally, it's a success. The system began evaluating the remaining 5 players. Evaluation complete. Player Trio Tunguyet rank D reward. Rank D skill, Spring Breeze healing. Player Tahu rank C. Reward rank D skill, Thorn armor, damage reflection. Player Duong Huang Ditch rank C. Reward. Rank D skill, Earthquake. Player Mafia rank C. Reward rank D skill, Single Sword Block. Player Q Do rank A. Distributing rank A rewards to player Q Do, XP plus 50. Rank B skill book, Withering Technique. Although the skill cannot be used yet. But there is a soul core Q Do hoped the Nightmare King would drop some good loot. The item Q Do received was a rank B Dragon Piercing Sword. Effect increases attack by 100 points. Ignores 30% of enemy armor. Sword energy damage increased by 20%. Class restriction Warrior. Level requirement, beginner level 11. Q Do looked extremely disappointed. How unlucky, why did it have to be a rank B sword? He tossed it over to Ma Fi. Ma Fi was startled. A rank B sword? You're just giving it to me like that. You're the only one here who uses a sword. Right, I can't even use it. If I don't give it to you, who would? You don't. Then know the value of rank B gear. Do you? Many players spend a mountain of money and still might not be able to buy one. If you sold this, you could buy a house in the capital. Q Do didn't seem to care much about the money and told Ma Fi to just take it and play around with it. Then the guy kept acting restless, continuing to rummage through the Nightmare King. He didn't believe that. This piece of trash only dropped one item. Checking the attribute panel, name Q Do. Class Wind Spirit Master. Level 7. Strength 151. Mad God's Might X2. Defense 6. Agility 9. Spirit 0. Mana 300 out of 300. HP 70 out of 70. XP 30 out of 70. Talent Mage's Brave Heart. Skill Miracle Appearance, rank A. Equipment Skull King's Ring, rank C. Skill Book Skull Summoning, rank F. Withering Technique, rank B. Strength has increased, but HP is only 70, which is a bit low. Like a piece of paper, one blow and I'm gone. Mage's Brave Heart, talent. Passive effect. When player Q Do kills an enemy through physical attacks, receive free attribute point rewards. Unique active effect. The player can increase attribute points of other stats by the points of the selected attribute. Limitation. Before using the active effect, only one attribute can be chosen. Q Do mused. The limitation of the passive effect doesn't allow boosting other attributes. Later on, I'll just have to find a way to stay alive. I should still remain calm and cautious. I can't act recklessly. Hidden quest completed. Teleporting back to the real world. Players get ready. All 5 members were returned to school. The moment they returned, the whole class went into an uproar. Q Do is back. The class president and the others like Tahu are back too. The principal ran over in a hurry. You're finally back. It seemed the teacher couldn't help but worry. You've been gone for 2 days. I thought you wouldn't make it back. What on earth happened? The teacher said. You must have fallen into a hidden dungeon. It's good now. The 5 of you will definitely be fought over by top universities. The other students in the class felt proud too. Wow, our class has 5 geniuses being directly admitted to top schools. From now on, our class will be a true class of geniuses. When will I ever be as excellent as Q Do and the class president? Although Q Do was kind and didn't hold grudges as soon as he got back, Mafi was thinking of ways to compete. He thought to himself, just wait, Q Do. Next time we go into a dungeon, I'll make you. Regret giving me the dragon-piercing sword with such powerful equipment to help. Once I reach beginner level 11, I can definitely beat you. Just then, someone ran in urgently to announce, principal people from the capital's Hwathan University have arrived. They want to find the 5 of them. The principal actually hadn't even reported this news yet. It was unclear how the top universities got the news so quickly. The teacher smiled to himself. It seemed that before retirement, he could put a perfect finishing touch on his teaching career. As soon as he met the representatives from the 2 universities, they crowded around to be friendly, shaking hands and everything. Principal Tiet. Long time. No see. Teacher Ban. Teacher Boy. Long time. No see. Ha ha ha. Old Teacher Ban took the compliment immediately. These are the 5 students who cleared the nightmare village and even completed the hidden quest right. Truly outstanding greetings to the 5 of you. I'm Ban Luong Ki, an admissions recruiter for Kindu University. Our school is currently in desperate need of elite virtual world geniuses like you all. If you agree today, I'll send out your admission letters tomorrow. The other school's representative, clearly agitated, snapped, Ban Luong Ki, have you no shame? We haven't even finished the testing, and you're already trying to poach them right in front of me. Master Ban just smirked and replied, I'm merely representing Kindu University by showing our sincerest interest. If you don't believe these 5 students, Defao are worth it, then just get on with the test. The representative from Hwathan University, with a serious expression, introduced himself. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bui Hung Kwok, an admissions recruiter for Hwathan University. Everyone, no need to be tense. The test I just mentioned is to assess your career and corresponding abilities. I'm just gathering info to see if you meet our admission standards. Kyodu thought to himself, a career ability test, but I can't use my skills. He decided he had to get into Kindu University to find clues about his parents. These 5 would take turns being tested. Ma Fai volunteered first. Ma Fai Sword Cultivator Trainee, B-Rank Talent Level 5. Master Ban evaluated him. Ma Fai just finished his rookie training and has already reached Level 5, and with a B-Rank talent at that, what a rare genius. Not bad. Sharp eyes, solid physique, you can tell at a glance he's meant for our Kindu University. Master Bui was also quite impressed. Not bad. Try landing a sword strike on me. This teacher was definitely no pushover. Name Bui Hung Kwok, Career Spear Cultivator, rank Mid-Stage Level 25. Strength 300, Defense 152, Agility 53, Spirit 24, HP 500 out of 500. Ma Fai immediately lunged forward, cocky as can be, and shouted, Teacher Boy, be careful. He activated the skill, Sword Piercing Strike. After the sword pierced his defenses, Master Boy froze for 5 seconds. How was he able to pierce my defense, even though my career as a spear cultivator isn't? Known for defense, I'm still a level 25. The old teacher was thrilled with Ma Fai. Very good. This sword-piercing strike of yours is a rare skill for breaking through armor. It can amplify the attack power of the sword's tip. Well done. Ma Fai, looking proud, said, Thank you for the praise, Teacher Boy. Master Ban also chimed in. Not only that, the fact that you only used the tip to break his defense shows your attribute strength must be very high, at least 35 points. Plus, based on your attack speed, we can see you're quite agile too. The classmates had their mouths hanging open. Wow, level 5 with 35 strength points. Is this what a sword cultivator is? As expected, it does justice to its reputation as the top DPS career in another world. If I could roll a sword cultivator career like Mafi, my ancestors could rest in peace. Master Bui started to get worried. A student this elite, he absolutely had to recruit him for Hodu University. Not wanting to lose a good student, Master Bui started persuading him immediately. Student Ma Fai, have you thought about which school you'll join yet? The doors of Hwathan University will always be wide open for you. Master Ban immediately cut in. Come to our Hoadu University. I guarantee we will provide you with the even best learning resources. Ma Fi replied, How about you guys test the other students first? I want to think it over a bit more. In reality, he wanted to see which school Q-Do chose, so he could choose that one too. Everything he did was to surpass Q-Do. The testing continued, and the next one up was Triotun Guyet. She introduced herself as a healer, and then showcased her level. Another one who impressed Master Bui. Not bad a healer, only level 4, and she can already heal others. Next was Tahu, who was only level 4. Wei but already had such great defensive capabilities. Furthermore, after the teacher struck Tahu, a portion of the attack power was reflected back. Master Bui was surprised and asked, "Is this your skill?" "Yes, teacher. This is my D-rank skill, Spiky Counter. It can return 20% of the damage taken to the opponent." The more he tested them, the more pleased he was. Very good. Very good indeed. Hitting you is basically hitting oneself. For a shield bearer career, there's nothing more practical than this skill. Next up was Duong Huang. The moment he saw this guy's build, Master Bui thought Duong Huang must have a shield bearer career too. But his career turned out to be a mage. The old teacher was a bit stunned. A fat guy weighing over 300 kilograms saying he's a mage. Did you get the wrong script? As the test started, Master Bui thought to himself, this kid looks like he's just posing. I can't feel a single trace of magical fluctuation. Until when Duong Huang activated the skill, Earth Explosion. It made his eyes pop out. Master Bui was stunned. This technique, it actually had no warning signs at all. It just exploded from beneath the ground where I was standing. This even a level 25 spear cultivator, if not careful, would lose 3 HP, let alone others at his level. Is this really a technique cast by a level 5 mage? Master Bui started to take notice. Principal, it seems that upon returning, I must have someone pay close attention to Tich Kim Long. Within the school, he secretly cultivated 5 geniuses. They might just be hidden big shots. It was finally time for the last person to be tested, Q-Do. I am Q-Do, career necromancer. Level 7 talent rank unknown. Master Bon looked surprised. Level 7. That's 2 ranks higher than the other 4 students, but the talent is unknown. Could it be that the talent rank is too low? So he's afraid to say. Master Bui intended to check the results first. In reality, he wanted to see what kind of undead creature Q-Do could summon. Getting injured once by a rookie in training is one thing. But if I, Bai Hung Kwok, keep getting injured by rookies, I don't deserve to be out in the world anymore. Suddenly he was startled to see Q-Do pick up momentum and charge straight at him. A necromancer like him not summoning undead but charging right at me. It seems he's a close-range combat necromancer. This student named Q-Do is way too mediocre. In a real fight, who would be stupid enough to wait for him to get close before casting spells, before anyone could even judge him? Old Man Bui was caught off guard when he saw Q-Do's stance suddenly change. Just how strong can a necromancer be? Take one punch from me and you'll find out. Then Q-Do smacked him right in the face, causing the old man to lose 200 HP and collapse completely on the ground. Everyone was stunned. What kind of situation was this? Q-Do knocked down a level 25 teacher with just one punch. After struggling to lift his head, Old Man Bon asked in confusion, "Old man, boy, what happened to you? How could you be taken down by a single punch from a necromancer?" A level 7 necromancer, no less. Necromancers are recognized as having the weakest bodies you know. Is this Q-Do perhaps a relative of yours? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Old Man Bui snapped back indignantly. Doing it on purpose, my foot. He thought to himself, what kind of monster is this kid? That punch almost gave me a heart attack. Is he really level 7? The students went from one shock to another, shouting, am I hallucinating? No way Q-Do just took down the admissions teacher with one punch. Everyone, do you think it's possible that the Q-Do in front of us is actually a summoned undead creature? The real Q-Do must be hiding somewhere else. That has to be it. Necromancers are known to have the weakest bodies. How could he possibly blow away an admissions teacher with one punch? Old Man Ban stood there groaning. This new student is a bit terrifying. Good thing Bui Huang Kwok volunteered to be the examiner, otherwise it would have been me who lost face. Q-Do asked, is my test over yet, sir? Both old teachers went into silent mode, not daring to judge anymore. Teacher Bui decided this was definitely the most terrifying person of all. Old Man Bon stammered, Q-do, you could say you've passed this test, but since you didn't display any necromancy, we can't evaluate you accurately. Q-do spoke his mind directly. That's fine, sir. I've thought it over and I want to join the physical training major in the warrior branch. He knew he couldn't use magic right now anyway, so the most important thing was getting into Capital University. Old Man Bon was a bit surprised. Studying a major outside of one's own class was unprecedented in the history of education, so he wanted to discuss it with the dean. Dean Ko, are you there? Is it true you've arrived at the 4th Academy in North 2 for admissions? Dean, here is the situation. I've discovered a necromancer with terrifyingly high potential. He wants to join the physical training major of the warrior branch. This information shocked the dean. Wait. What are you saying? Oh, Dean, I'll keep it brief. He's only level 7 and managed to blow away a professor from Huathan University with one punch. What, little Bon, I'm giving you the highest authority of Capital University. Never mind what conditions that student has, just agree to everything for me. You must recruit him to our Capital University. Because he was so afraid of losing a student with such potential, the dean himself wanted to invite Q-do and asked Bon to open the video feed. Hello, Q-do. I am the dean of Capital University, Kobin Duong. Would you like to join our Capital University? Capital University has a long history and an elite faculty, Q-do declared firmly. Dean Ko, you don't need to say anything more. I agree to attend Capital University. Just then, Old Man Bui contacted the dean of Huathan University, but it was already too late. Teacher Bui was determined to hurry up and scoop up the remaining students. But before he could do anything, the dean of Capital University snatched up the other 4 students too. If you are all in the same class, why don't you all join my school? It will be easier for you to help each other out in the future. And just like that, they were all recruited alongside Q-do. Old Man Bon felt satisfied. It seems this will be the most glorious moment in my entire career of admissions. No sooner had they finished negotiating than Q-do went straight to the point. Dean Ko, I have a few things to ask you. Do you know my father, Duanthan? The dean was taken aback. What? Are you the child of Duanthan and Bak Thukha? No wonder I felt so familiar with you the moment I saw you. Q-do, holding onto a glimmer of hope, asked, Dean, do you know where my parents are now? They were once my students, but it's been over a dozen years since I last saw them. I can only tell you that your parents were remarkable people. Ever since they graduated, I haven't been able to find any more information about them. I remember your parents often mentioned a privileged dungeon. You must go there. Your privileged dungeon is there. It has what your parents left behind. Just like that, Dean Ko successfully took in 5 superclass students. After the admission papers are done, they will be sent to you. Before the semester starts, you all should try to clear your class-specific dungeons. That way, you'll be rated even higher when you start school. Good luck, and I'll see you at Capital University. 1 week later, after the freshmen passed the 4th Academy's tests, they were sorted into classes based on their jobs in the other world. To put it bluntly, it was a sprint class before the exam, attracting many students selected by prestigious schools. The dean had a few words of advice at the 4th Academy. The mage class today, we're going to briefly talk about the mage's private dungeon. These dungeons usually test your mental strength. For all of you, it will likely be a reasoning or decoding dungeon. So as long as you cooperate and combine your efforts to think, you'll produce twice the results. Right now, Qiu-du and Duang Huang are standing at the gate to enter the privileged dungeon. Duang Huang, are we really going to be okay doing this? Oh, come on, what could possibly happen? Theory is not as good as practice. Besides, the more people who enter a privileged dungeon, the higher the danger level becomes. Instead of letting them rely on you, it's better if I just rely on myself. Right now, Qiu-du and Duang Huangdi are standing at the entrance to the exclusive dungeon. Are you sure we'll be okay doing this, Duang Huangdi? Oh my god, what's the problem? Theory is never as good as practice, and besides, the more people who enter an exclusive dungeon, the higher the danger level gets. Instead of letting them rely on you, it's better if I'm the only one who does. Besides, at worst, we can just wait until we clear it and bring them along later. After all, you can run these premium dungeons multiple times. We just wouldn't get the rewards, that's all. Before I could even finish, that chubby guy was already shouting at the NPC, guarding the gate. Hey, energetic lady. We want to enter the premium dungeon for mages. The NPC received the info. The system is selecting a dungeon for the 2 players. Selection successful. The premium dungeon chosen for the 2 of you is the Cave of 10,000 Poisons. Q-Do was in such a rush to get inside that he didn't even wait to hear the mission briefing. Honestly, the guy had no clue what a mission briefing was, or that such a thing even existed. Duong Huang asked, helpless. Of course it exists. If you didn't hear the mission notification, how did you clear the bone cavern? You didn't just slaughter every skeleton in there, did you? Looking at Q-Do's blank expression was all the answer I needed. Legend says that in the southeast, there is an ancient evil tribe whose people are masters of crafting deadly poisons. They have eccentric and ruthless personalities. They can poison you without a ghost noticing. Victims suffer so much they wish they were dead. The parasitic worms inside the body produce larvae that bite and devour the victim's flesh until they die. Mission objective: find the legendary evil tribe and wipe out all the parasitic worms. Reward will be based on the player's performance. Please note, the 10,000 Poisons dungeon requires 5 players to start. The system will automatically match you with 3 other teammates. Please prepare yourselves mentally. No sooner had we entered the dungeon we were grouped with 3 others, 2 men and 1 woman. We didn't know their capabilities yet. One of the guys in that group immediately looked down on us. So you're our randomly matched teammates. Just don't drag us down, okay? The only girl in their group saw that her teammate was being rude and warned him, Long Thuong, don't be like that. Since we've been matched as a team, it's destiny. Then the young lady turned to us and introduced herself. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Phuong Vien, a fire element mage. This is my younger brother Phuong Tam, also a fire element mage like me. The remaining person is Long Thuong. The whole team is currently standing in front of a wall with 5 words carved into it. Martial Virtue Peace Sun Calculation. Long Thuong's personality is no different from Ma Fi's. He likes to show off and prove his level. Watch this. I'll open the door right now. He activated an attack skill, but the door didn't even budge. Phuong Vien thought to herself, it seems this door has an attribute that nullifies magic. Attacks can't do any damage to it. We should probably check the hints first. Q-Do still stood there, staring intently at the door, thinking about how to bypass the magic. Phuong Tam shouted, I got it. The answer is based on the Chinese pronunciation. It would be De Wu Du. Q-Do decisively activated his miracle punch. The whole team froze in shock, especially those who didn't know about Q-Do's skills. A single punch and it shattered. Is this really a premium dungeon for mages? The system announced that the door was open. Q-Do had only intended to see if he could push the door open with raw strength, but who would have thought the door would be this weak? Another door appeared ahead, and before it there were many red spider lilies. Q-Do warned everyone to be careful with these flowers. He felt there was something unnatural about them. But by now it was probably too late. Everyone's hands were emitting a black aura. It seemed we had all been poisoned. The problem is we don't know when the toxin entered our bodies. HP 67/70. Status poisoned -3. HP per minute. Duong Huang panicked. Kyuka, what do we do now? Should we keep going straight? Staying here is just waiting to die. We have to get out of here quickly. Trying to keep a calm face, Q-Do was actually quite worried and anxious. If it's like this, in half an hour I'll be out of HP. Damn it, my health is getting too low. The team rushed blindly toward the door which had these lines carved on it. Discard force poison remains not. 1 cave. 1 hole. Determine heaven and earth. It seemed we had to keep deducing and decoding. We have to guess the words. We're running out of time. Too urgent. Q-Do smashed the door with 1 punch. This riddle stuff, I don't know any of it. Just like that, the team made it inside. Long Thuong was still in shock. His jaw dropped. Is this really a logic and puzzle dungeon? Why does it feel like there's absolutely no need to use your brain? The system announced, Congratulations, players, mission 1 successful. Found the legendary evil tribe, the Cave of 10,000 Poisons. Suddenly, the group met a young brown-skinned girl. Hi, big brother and big sister, my name is Tu Dong. Are you all from outside After looking at the 5 of them, the girl panicked. "Oh, you're poisoned. It's the toxin from the spider lilies. Quick, follow me back to the Cave of 10,000 Spirits for the antidote. If the poison sinks in too deep, there won't be any saving you." Q-Do wondered, where did this kid come from? Plus, what did she just call it? The Cave of 10,000 Spirits. Fuang Vian thought now wasn't the time to think about that. It was better to go get the antidote first. As she led everyone back to the Cave of 10,000 Spirits, the girl excitedly shouted, "Mom, Dad, everyone come out and see who I brought home." "Who are these people?" "They're people from outside. I met them while I was on the mountain picking herbs. They've all been poisoned by the spider lilies. Everyone quickly go brew a pot of 5 poison soup." The mother told everyone to sit inside and brought out the 5 poison soup. The bowl was full of centipedes and snakes looking disgusting. The water was murky and smelled fishy. Everyone felt nauseous just looking at it. Long Thuong pushed Duong Huang to drink first as a test, but he refused. Q-Do ignored them and immediately lifted the bowl, downing it in one go. This wasn't the time to be picky about food. Gotta drink it all fast any longer and my health bar will be down to half. Right after drinking, Q-Do gave a confident smile. "It's not salty or bland. The taste is actually perfect. The 5 poison soup really works. My poisoning status is gone. Everyone hurry up and drink it too. The taste is just right. The 5 poison soup really works. My poisoning status has disappeared. Everyone drink up quickly. We need to recover. Who knows what other dangers are lurking ahead." No sooner had he finished speaking than the other 4 members started vomiting one after another. Q-Do asked curiously, "Q-Dong, are you okay? Can you tell me about the origin of the 10,000 Spirits Cave? I don't really know the origin of the tribe myself. I only know that the chieftain forbids anyone here from leaving and doesn't allow anyone else to enter." After casually using poison techniques and finishing the detoxification, her mother came out and bluntly kicked them out. "That's enough. The poison is gone. Everyone is safe now. Get out of here quickly. We don't welcome outsiders in the 10,000 Spirits Cave. We're not just visitors, you know," Q-Dong protested. "Mom, why are you like this? It was so hard for these people to get here from somewhere else. Why are you driving them away?" Then the girl turned to the group and smiled, telling them not to worry. "Don't listen to my mom. You can stay as long as you want." Q-Do was curious about the mother's strange attitude, so he decided to take this opportunity. "Then we'll have to trouble you all. We just finished neutralizing the virulent poison and our bodies really don't feel very well." With that, Q-Dong excitedly opened the door, telling everyone to go inside and rest, while her whole family went out for a while. As night fell, Q-Dong's family set off. Tonight was the night of the full moon. It's time to proceed. The villagers of the 10,000 Spirits Cave gathered in front of a skylight well. The leader shouted toward the moonlight, "Please protect us with favorable weather and shield us from disease. We will offer you the freshest flesh and blood of these humans." The person then dripped a drop of blood from their finger into the well. Immediately after, tens of thousands of insects flew out, swarming the 2 sacrificed humans. In an instant, they were reduced to nothing but dried bones. Witnessing this, Asin Q-Do's team was terrified. "Oh my God, they're actually eating people." Q-Do told everyone to head back first and talk about it later. They were poisoned, plus there were so many tribespeople. Like this, it wouldn't be easy to deal with. He knew that even though his attack power was very strong, he didn't have a single group-clearing skill. The purple-haired girl, the chieftain of the 10,000 Spirits Cave, had just spotted Q-Do's group. A few little mice." She ordered the guy named Ku-Ji to capture them all alive. Just as they returned to the house, Fuang Tam slammed the door shut. Fuang Vian asked worriedly, "What should we do now?" Looking at the worshipful expressions of those in the tribe, if they find out we killed the poisonous insects, we'll probably end up as food for the insects next. Suddenly, Q-Do heard strange sounds coming from all sides of the house. It was the arrival of countless baby insects. Fuang Vian activated a fire barrier to temporarily protect everyone. Q-Do also took out his weapons to help out. "The melee targets are too weak. I can't receive attribute points." Q-Do thought to himself, if killing baby insects gave attribute points, he would have been searching everywhere for them. He poured boiling water and Duong Huang activated 2 skills, Earth Binding and Earth Explosion, blowing up the house and wiping out the insects in one go. Q-Do praised him, "Not bad, Duong Huang. These 2 skills of yours can actually be used as a combo, but using them back-to-back like that almost drained all of Duong Huang's mana." The guy named Kuji appeared right behind them, looking furious. "You guys are quite bold, aren't you? I only wanted to teach you a lesson, but you still used sorcery to kill all the insects in my 10,000 poisons cave. All of you will become food for the larvae. Suffer the pain of 10,000 insects tearing at your heart and soul until you die." Dar. Duong Huang activated Earth Explosion right under where he was standing, but it didn't seem to do anything to him. You overestimate yourselves. Just by relying on, the likes of you think you can hurt me." Regarding the information on this man, he is a common NPC Kuji, level 10, HP 289 over 300, Strength 40, Defense 20, Agility 15. Skill Insect Devour, controlling poisonous insects. Unlike bosses or wild monsters NPCs in this world, can completely hide their attributes if they aren't injured. Long Thuong was already panicking. How can we fight this? These attribute values of Kuji are almost comparable to a boss. Thuong Vien was also worried. The mission in the 10,000 Poisons cave was basically impossible for beginners. Q-Do wondered to himself, is there a difference in this copy? That makes it so exclusive. With that, he clenched his fist and lunged at Kuji. The man stood there sneering in contempt at Q-Do's display. "You don't know your own strength, thinking you can use that soft, pathetic little fist to charge at me. Your legs aren't even as strong as mine. A bunch of noobs like you can be easily handled by me, Sujai alone." 10 seconds after he finished speaking, he finally got a taste of Q-Do's specialty punch. It dealt 121 points of damage. Kuji finally looked at him seriously and struggled to get up. "This is impossible. How can a mere human hurt me?" He began to activate the Insect Devour state. Kuji's attributes surged and his defense increased several times over. He declared, "No, one can inflict damage on my defense. I will use your blood to sacrifice to my insects." Q-Do's expression remained unchanged as he got down to business. One more punch, and Kuji's health dropped to 23 out of 500. He was exhausted, his face bruised and swollen. Q-Do turned around coldly and threatened, "Next time you'd better tell the truth. What was that ritual you were doing just now, and who was that woman? Since they started traveling with Q-Do, the teammates rarely had to lift a finger. He handled everything himself. They were even starting to fear Q-Do." The bruised and swollen Kuji stammered, "That is our chieftain, leading the ritual to sacrifice to the 10,000 Poisons Insect Queen. We have signed a contract. On the full moon, we must bring fresh flesh and blood for sacrifice. That well is made of blue stone. It's the home and breeding ground of the Insect Queen." Duong Huang finally realized, "Zuka. I think I understand now why Tudong's whole family helped us detoxify. They wanted to use us as sacrifices for the next insect ritual." Q-Do asked one last question. "Why does Tudong call the whole tribe the 10,000 Spirits Cave, while you guys call it the 10,000 Poisons Cave?" Kuji looked confused. "Tudong what Tudong in our 10,000 Poisons Cave tribe? There is only one person with the name Dong in it. That is our chieftain Tuan Dong." After gathering all the information, Q-Do didn't spare him. He finished him off once and for all. He checked his system player Q-Do has successfully defeated the NPC Kuji using unarmed combat. Reward 10 free attribute points and 50 experience points. Congratulations to the player for successfully leveling up experience points. Do has cleared it using hand-to-hand combat. To defeat the Cancer NPC, the reward is 10 free attribute points and 50 experience points. Congratulations, the player has leveled up experience points. Current stats 10 out of 80 free attribute points. Level 5. Congrats to player Q-Do for defeating the first NPC in this world, using only bare hands. Reward S-rank item. Sage's Protection. Sage's Protection is a one-time S-rank item that prevents one fatal blow. Q-Do looks intrigued. An S-rank item that prevents death. This NPC actually drops loot like this. Getting an overpowered item like this must be the highest tier drop in this world. Fuang Vian, Fuang Tam, and Long are worried. What do we do now? Sooner or later they'll find out. Their villagers were killed by us. Q-Do alone won't be able to handle them. Just one villager was already this tough, and the chief can even control poisonous insects. How are we supposed to fight that? Q-Do replies. The mission only requires us to wipe out the insects. We don't need to touch the villagers in the 10,000 poison lair. If the nest is in the old well, we must destroy. Yeah. While the chief hasn't noticed the situation here yet, this is our best chance to act. Everyone moves to the location of the well. There's no one here now, let's move. As soon as they approach the well, the whole team is shocked to see two corpses. And even worse, they are Tuan Dong's parents. They seem so cruel that they'd even kill their own people. Q-Do confirms. No wonder their attitude was so weird back then. Looks like not all the villagers here are evil. Q-Do sighs. Anyway, for now. Don't worry about them, just use this time to destroy the stone well. Fire, wind, and earth explosion spells are activated simultaneously. The well explodes, creating a deep hole into the ground. Duong Huang thinks, with this power, the insects must all be dead now. But the problem is, the system still hasn't shown the mission complete notification. Right at that moment, the chief of the 10,000 poison lair, Tuan Dong, appears. She bursts out laughing. Ha 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 ha, you little rats, you're not very obedient. Being able to show up here, Kujai must have died. Totally unexpected. Next to her is Quang Man, a key figure in the 10,000 poison lair. Q-Do stares straight into her eyes. Should I call you the chief of the 10,000 poison lair, or should I call you Tuan Dong? With a haughty expression, she replies, What's wrong, big brother? You don't like my current look. How about I transform into Tuan Dong's appearance? How's that? Which one do you like better? In a blink, she transforms into Tuan Dong. What a pity. I actually wanted to keep Big Brother around to carry on the family line. But you've killed so many of my insect soldiers. If I don't use you for the sacrifice, the insect queen will be furious. Q-Do asks why she would even kill her own tribespeople, and even her own parents. She replies coldly and calmly, Parents? So what, they were just two useless losers who wouldn't listen to me. That declaration hits Q-Do like a bolt of lightning. Parents? So what? Seeing the expression, Thoyong, of pure rage on Q-Do's face, Tuan Dong continues to taunt. Looks like you're angry. Don't be angry, because you'll all be joining them very soon. Behind that sinister laugh is the appearance of 10,000 insects. Seeing the SOS situation, the remaining members shout to help Q-Do. Fuang Vian activates Fierce Fire Dragon, but is slashed by Quang Man, sending him flying away. Quang Man warns, Don't even dream of bothering the chief. Quang Man is a regular level 20 NPC. HP 500. Out of 500. Strength 55. Defense 30. Agility 30. Skill Insect. Devour Control. Poisonous insects. Q-Do is surrounded by insects. Damn it, there are too many of these bugs. If they keep swarming me, I'm a dead man. If I raise agility and defense to 166 points like my strength, this dire situation might be broken. Is this the time? To actively use the Heart of a Hero skill, Q-Do thinks it over, but it feels risky. After all, he has the Sage's protection to revive once, so he decides to go for it. To catch the bandits, catch the king first. Once I kill Tuan Dong, these poisonous insects will fall apart on their own. Q-Do finally breaks out of the swarm. Tuan Dong sees this and laughs. Amused. Ha ha ha, big brother, you finally saw reason. Want to go be food for the bugs yourself? Q-Do uses super speed to slash past her, causing a deep wound in her abdomen. Tuan Dong, after being injured, looks full of resentment. People who don't cherish others and end up being eaten by insects. Isn't that a good thing? Tuan Dong is classified by the system as a rare NPC. Level 10. HP 1000 out of 1000. Strength 30. Defense 30. Agility 50. Skills: Insect Devour Control, Poisonous insects, shapeshifting. Q-Do is puzzled why Tuan Dong is rated as rare, when her stats aren't even as good as Kujiai's. This makes no sense. He senses something is wrong with Tuan Dong. Big brother, you poked a hole in my stomach, it's all ruined now. What should I do? Suddenly, Tuan Dong's agility increases by 80. She activates a skill, dashing straight at Q-Do and slams him in the chest, making him cough up blood. The sudden burst in agility caught Q-Do off guard. After attacking Q-Do, Tuan Dong declares, "Don't worry after you die. I'll peel your skin off perfectly as a souvenir. Your skin will definitely look beautiful." Duang Huang is fighting Kwang Man and sees Q-Do get hit, panicking and calling out. He tries to run to help, but is blocked by Kwang Man. He stops him and growls, "I already told you. I'm your opponent, and you still dare to get distracted." Duang Huang continues to activate Sand Earth Beast. Kwang Man mocks him. "Fatty, looks like you still don't get it. Your moves are useless against me. Your attacks are nothing but a light scratch to me." Just as he's about to counterattack, Kwang Man's face freezes. "What's going on? Why is the summoned sand red this time?" Duang Huang activates Earth Explosion. Critical damage minus 312 HP for Kwang Man. Because it consumed too much energy, Duang Huang is in a fat burning state. After burning off the fat, he's in a form more handsome than ever. Even Fuang Vien and Fuang Tam are stunned, not knowing who this handsome guy is. After defeating Kwang Man, he rushes over to Q-Do to help. Q-Do is bewildered. "How did you end up like this?" "I don't know what just happened. I was in a rush, my whole body's fat just burned away. My mental stat is now almost 300 points. My mental stats and the power to release skills have combined. Yes, reaching a total of 300 points. This is almost on par with the mental intensity of a mid-rank mage." Q-Do tells Duang Huang to quickly use Earth Explosion to take out both him and Tuan Dong. Duang Huang doesn't dare, because if he does, Q-Do might die too. Q-Do, and is resolute. "Stop wasting time. Trust me, just do it." Earth Explosion is activated. Tuan Dong struggles to resist. "Let me go. I don't want to die with you." It's too late now. As soon as those words were spoken, Duang Huang makes it explode. The teammates are very worried about Q-Do. The system announces critical damage detected. The S-rank Sage's cloak prop has granted immunity to this damage. The system scan confirms player Q-Do showed the courage to fight for survival, unlocking a passive skill, a rank, full power contract. For every 50 points of health, the player gains 1 point of strength. For every 1 point of strength, the player gains 10 points of health. This effect doesn't cycle and accumulates. Q-Do thinks to himself, "Is there really such a good deal? The system must not want me to die yet." With 166 strength, that means an extra 1,660 health. I've got nearly 1,800 health now. Maybe I won't have to worry about getting one shot anymore. Seeing Q-Do is still safe, Duang Huang Deech rushes over, having used 300 mental power. "Why didn't you die?" Q-Do crosses his arms and replies, "Why is it so disappointing that I'm alive? Who said that dying once means you can't come back? Oh, and by the way, you killed Tuan Dong. She just exploded for you." "What did you say?" Duang Huang looks blank, as she actually didn't hear any system notification about killing her. It seems she's still alive. Just then, Tuan Dong flies out from the smoke. "You guys hit me so hard. Congratulations, you're about to experience my true beauty." Tuan Dong fully reveals her true form. Level 15. Health, 2,000 out of 2,000. Strength, 130. Defense, 80. Agility, 100. Skills, Deadly Venom, Ferocious Strike. Berserk Mode. So this was her true face. Her stats have become way too strong. Q-Do urgently tells Duang Huang to cast another Earth Barrier spell, but Duang Huang is currently barely able to move. "I can't, Q, brother. My mental stats have dropped to 48. The mental stats gained from burning fat don't seem to be permanent. Warning, boss in the 10,000 Poison Cave has had its combat power enhanced by an unknown force. It has exceeded the difficulty for beginners. Players are advised to leave the dungeon immediately. Warning, players must leave the dungeon now." Q-Do is still hesitant. "If I leave, what about our exclusive dungeon?" Duong Huang and Zuka yell, "Run! It's already a miracle we survived running into such a terrifying monster. You're still worried about the quest." The system continues. After calculation, the 5 players have not killed the boss of the 10,000 Poison Cave. Please exit the dungeon and then reopen the exclusive dungeon. Q-Do firmly declares, "Are you kidding me?" Principal Kobin Duong specifically told me to clear the exclusive dungeon. "Whatever merge thing you are, you're dying by my hand today." Tuan Dong laughs, sounding amused. "Very good, human. I don't believe you can damage this body. Today I'll hack you to pieces." The two charge at each other. Her attack makes Q-Do lose 124 points. He counters, causing her to lose 196 points. Neither is inferior to the other. Tuan Dong has truly come to see Q-Do as a rival. What kind of monster is this brat? Why is he still not dead? He's only level 8. How can his damage be higher than mine? Am I the boss? Or is he exactly? How high is his strength? A mage with this much strength. After a moment of speculation, she bluntly asks Q-Do, "Wait, are you one of White Marsh's people?" Tuan Dong thinks to herself, it must be so. Only White Marsh could create a monster like Q-Do. After all, she herself was created by White Marsh. Q-Do has no clue what the hell she is talking about. He yells, "Ow!" Back at her White Marsh, Black Marsh, whatever I am, Q-Do. A final critical hit causes her to lose the remaining 213 points. In the moment before her soul escaped her body, she hypothesized, "Q-Do. Could he be that person? Then why try to kill me?" The system announces, "Player Q-Do has cleared the duel. Reward 15. Free attribute points. Experience plus 75. Congratulations, player, you have leveled up ta. 1 to Raksand. Current experience 5 out of 90. Reward 5, free attribute points. The anomaly in the 10,000 Poison Cave has been resolved. Recalculating. Congratulations to the 5 players for successfully clearing the mage exclusive dungeon. The system is evaluating the player's completion level. Player rank Long Thuong F rank. Player rank Phuong Tom E rank. Player rank Phuong Vian E rank. Player rank Duong Huang Abadicha rank. Player rank Q-Do S rank. The system will distribute rewards based on player ranks. S rank reward for player Q-Do, experience plus 100. 10 free attribute points. A rank skill book. Ice Skate. Congratulations, player, you have leveled up current experience 15 out of 1000. Reward 5. Free attribute points. Q-Do has now leveled up to level 10. After reaching the primary level, he can finally be considered a player who can protect himself in all the world. Obtained items include B-rank Mad Spider Armor. Effect adds 800 health points to the player. Level requirement, primary level 10. Q-Do evaluates it. This is truly the armor. That fits my full power contract skill perfectly. The system announces Mysterious Rubik's Cube. A cube sealed by some power. Wait, there's another mysterious cube here. Mysterious Rubik's Cube has been bound to the host. Activating Mysterious Rubik's Cube. The host gains the ability to detect character attributes within a 10-meter radius. The young man focuses his thoughts on the cube. It suddenly binds to him automatically. Moreover, it has abilities waiting to be unlocked. Just this ability alone is already very powerful. Just then, an NPC emerges from the gate. Congratulations to the 5 players for clearing the 10,000 Poison Cave. Here is an additional reward I will increase. 20% of your mental power. Duong Huang seems shocked by this reward. Seriously, Zuka, this reward is amazing. An extra 20%. Q-Do reluctantly puts on a look of pure agony. He is actually thinking, my mental power is 0. 20% of that is still 0, right? This reward is useless to me. Phuong Vian speaks for the whole team to thank Q-Do. Thank you for saving us and helping us clear this dungeon. Duong Huang Deech asks, Q-Do, which university do you plan to apply to? We got direct admission to the capital. We'll definitely be applying to the capital too. Capital University. Q-Do returns to the school cafeteria. Duong Huang has lost his rank. Ma Fi seems shocked. What, you're level 10 too? He thinks to himself, dungeon grinding. Is this reward even any good? It's useless to you. Feng Vian, on behalf of the whole team, thanked Q-Du. Thank you for saving us and helping us clear this dungeon. Duonghuang dich Q-Du. Which university are you planning to apply to? We've been directly admitted to Qindu University. Qindu. We will definitely apply there too. At the Qindu University cafeteria, Q-Du returns to school. Duonghuang has sacrificed his own rank. Ma Fi is shocked. What, you're already level 10 too? He thinks to himself, the wild monster dungeon for... Logic dictates that fighters should level up faster than mages, but for some reason that doesn't seem to be the case for Q-Du. What's even more shocking to the two girls is Duonghuang's dramatic physical transformation. Q-Du, are you sure he's actually Duonghuang? I can barely believe it myself. The change is so sudden he's even more handsome than Ma Fi now. Duonghuang is still stuffing his face. But what's the point? I need to keep eating and get my weight back. Otherwise I won't feel safe the next time I step into the Ozark world. Suddenly, Tahu remembered something. Since we've all been direct admitted, do we even need to take the All-the-World exam? In this world, the most important day of the year is the university entrance exam. It's their way of filtering for top talent. Most students, even those with direct admission, still take it all aiming for one goal: top student. To become the top student at a university doesn't just bring fame. You get a Tier 3 item as a reward. Ma Fi immediately volunteered. I'm in. I'm absolutely gonna snag that #1 spot for the fighter class. I heard from my dad that the reward this year is different. The top student is going to get a Tier S item. Q-Du, who was lost in thought, suddenly realized that if it's a Tier S item this year, he has to win it. High above, on a skyscraper, some strange voices echoed. 7438, is that really the brat? The kid's only level 10 at most. How could he have won 9527? Forget it, just bring him back and interrogate him. After they finished whispering, the two of them jumped from the roof, appearing right in front of Q-Du. His character attribute detection ability instantly activated. Who are you two? Q-Du asked, his face tight. Do you have business with me? You're Q-Du, right? The one with brown hair, ID 9527, assassin class, beginner level 16. Strength, 95 defense, 28 agility, 125 spirit, 25. The one with blue hair, ID 7438, assassin class, beginner level 18. Strength 105, defense 30, agility 135, spirit 25. Just by looking at Q-Du, they couldn't believe it. Is this the mage who killed Tuan Dong at the 10,000 Poisons Cave? Q-Du thought to himself, tracking me down because of a dungeon boss. Could they be the Bok Trak organization Tuan Dong mentioned? Wait, so Bok Trak isn't just one person, but an entire organization? I should have asked for more details back then. Q-Du decided to play them. You guys have the wrong person. I'm Ma Fi. The dim-witted 9527 actually believed it, scratching his head and apologizing. I told you it couldn't be him. My bad. We mistook you for someone else. That sheer stupidity earned him a slap from 7438. Are you an idiot? You believe everything he says. As soon as he said that, he ordered his partner to attack. If Q-Du was a mage, they had to capture him immediately. With lightning speed, they closed in on Q-Du. But what shocked them more was that Q-Du didn't even dodge. Assassins are supposed to be the natural predators of mages, but he didn't move at all. He really was playing us. Not letting him have the last word, Q-Du lunged forward, landing a single strike that dealt 197 damage. 7438 stood there stunned. One punch was enough to critically injure 9527. Even I couldn't do that. Plus, both of us hit him yet. He looks perfectly fine. With this defense and this strength, he really isn't a mage. Q-Du shot a glance, asking 7438, still want to fight? The guy could only force an awkward laugh. Ha ha ha, no. No hard feelings, brother. We didn't know it was you. My name is Ma Fi. We have no ill will. We just had the wrong person. We are truly sorry. I'm just a small, insignificant member ranked 7,438 in the organization. Let's just leave it at this, shall we? Kyudo was surprised that an assassin at level 18 was only ranked over 7,000 in Bok Trak. Maybe he should let them go back and report. Otherwise, a bigger revenge squad would surely come. Kyudo turned and walked away, throwing one last jab. Good luck finding that Kyudo guy. If you need Mafi's help with anything, just let me know. Curious as soon as he got home, Kyudo searched the net for Bok Trak. According to legend, it's a divine beast, snow-white fur, 2 horns on its head, lion-like body and limbs, covered in fire patterns. Bok Trak knows the name, form, and weakness of every demon under heaven, so it's long been regarded as a beast that banishes evil and brings good omens. What kind of organization is this Bok Trak, anyway? It seems like I can't dig up any information. Kyudo sighed. My identity will be exposed sooner or later. It looks like I can't stay here anymore. With my current strength, I'm absolutely no match for a mysterious, powerful organization like Bok Trak. The only way is to join the university entrance exam. Even an organization like Bok Trak wouldn't dare attack a student taking the exam. That would be a crime against the entire world. Once I reach the capital university, I'll be safe. The principal Kobin Duong is the #1 sword cultivator in all the world, known as the sword god Bin Duong. If the capital university isn't safe, then nowhere on this earth is. You're still curious about that Rubik's Cube from the 10,000 Poisons Cave. Could it be a special drop from the personal dungeon? You guess maybe it's something your parents left behind? For you. But how did they know you'd clear this dungeon? And how could they leave items inside it? Tuan Dong Bok Trak Mom and Dad. What is this? All about on the roof of the tallest building, Bok Trak finally updated their info on Kyudo. 7438 and 9527. Reported back updating their intel the target isn't a mage, and he's incredibly strong enough to severely injure 9527 in one hit. The black-cloaked figure asked, so the cause of Tuan Dong's death is still unknown, useless. Forget it. Put the matter of Tuan Dong's death aside for now. The organization's next move into city is what matters most. A few days later, at the 4th Academy, Kyudo met with the principal in his private office. Speak. Kyudo, is there something you need my help with? It's not anything too important, sir. I just wanted to ask if you could look at this Rubik's Cube. It's an item I received while in a personal dungeon. It seems to be sealed. Could you check it and see if there's a way to open it? The principal stared at it for a while. Sealed, huh? Without a password. The only way is using a seal-breaking key. A seal-breaking key? Yes, that's it. The seal on this cube isn't strong. A seal-breaking Ahmad key can perfectly undo it without damaging the contents. Kyudo got straight to the point. So where can I find that key, sir? The E-rank dungeon. The Machine Kingdom is a dangerous open dungeon. Be careful, some players might try to stir up trouble or work against you. This place is the City of Machines. The Machine Kingdom, the human sector. Kyudo has arrived at this open dungeon. But wait, the headmaster said. This place was born from machines. Consciousness caused a great war between humans and machines. Finally, both sides signed a peace treaty in what they now call the Machine Kingdom. Kyudo confirmed. This is the human sector, the City of Machines. The headmaster said that to get the seal-breaking key, I must accept a hidden quest from the City Lord Hua Quan. That's the only way, but how do I even manage to meet the City Lord? Just then, Kyudo passes an old man who looks like a professor. Suddenly, chaos erupts, and the old man is standing there muttering something cryptic, like he's calculating mass times speed of light squared. Wait, that's energy, not the speed of vacuum light. Assuming the efficiency of both is similar. No, that's not it at all. Focus. Lost in thought, he bumps into 2 big burly guys. He trips and falls backward, panicked, stammering apologies. The guys sneer at him. Watch where you're going, old man. Walking around bumping into people, did you do that on purpose? You hurt me. You better pay up. The guy next to him chimes in. Yeah, you'd better pay. The old man is frail and helpless, doing nothing but apologizing, but the thugs love. Bullying the weak and won't let it go, immediately demanding money. What, do you not have any cash, old man? Kyudo finds it eyesore and can't just stand by. He steps in. In broad daylight, you two actually have the guts to bully an elderly person on the street. As a model citizen of the new century, how could I possibly ignore this? The thugs immediately glare at Q-Do, threatening him. Kid, quit being a busybody, or do you want to pay for him? Q-Do doesn't bother arguing. He clenches his fist. When words fail, violence takes over. One punch lands and the gray-haired thug flies who knows where. Seeing that the blonde thug gets terrified and begs for mercy with clasped hands, then scrambles away for his life. Q-Do carefully asks if the old man is okay. The old man stammers, I only have this much money. Q-Do confidently asserts, Sir, I'm a model citizen raised in happiness and under the red national flag. Please don't lump me in with those scumbags. Thank you, son. But I'm afraid I have nothing to repay you with. Q-Do takes the chance to ask, Sir, you don't need to repay me, but could you tell me, how do I find the city lord of the machine? City. The old man looks surprised. You want to find the city lord? Yes, I need to find something called the seal-breaking key. And only City Lord Hua Quan has it. The old man ponders and replies, What a coincidence. I can't help with other things, but regarding this, I can help you meet the city lord. Q-Do gets excited. Really, thank you so much. Let's go, but I must warn you, first getting the city lord to just hand over items isn't easy. Q-Do is confident. That's only because you haven't seen my abilities yet. Actually, I only used a little bit of strength just now. Perched on the roof of a building, the two thugs from earlier watch curiously. Bro, do you think the city lord has found the person he wants to meet yet? Who knows, that teenager is the strongest player I've ever seen in the Machine Kingdom. That Professor Hua Quan wants to hold an academic seminar tomorrow. I don't care how you do it, but, you must drag him back here for me. Yes, Lord Mongduke. They finally arrive. Young man, the city lord you want to meet is inside. This is the tower, of City Lord Hua Quan. Why was the old man able to walk in here so freely? The moment he turns to ask, the old man has vanished in a flash. Forget it. No point thinking about it. Find the city lord first, get the seal key, then figure it out. As soon as he pushes the door open and steps inside, Q-Do is shocked. What the? You and those two guys? That's right. Actually, I am the city lord of the Machine City. These two are the strongest guards in the city. Q-Do is still stunned. But why did you put on that act? Because I need to find a human who is strong enough, someone stronger than my guards. That person is you, Q-Do. Didn't you want the seal-breaking key? If you do me a favor, I will give it to you. The system notifies that a hidden quest has been unlocked. Tomorrow I will hold an academic seminar to announce my research. Theon machines and organic life. But the machine faction wants to steal my research results, and they certainly won't miss this opportunity. I understand. You want me to protect you during the seminar, right? I need you to defeat the sovereign of the Machine Kingdom and destroy the machine heart. Quest. Defeat the machine sovereign. Mong. Duke. Destroy the machine heart Mata. Reward. Seal-breaking key. It's just a few robots, that's no problem. I accept this quest. The second day at the main hall of the research seminar. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a society with a highly developed civilization of science and technology. Humanity is nurtured by nature. Humanity has conceptualized the laws of life. Up to now, the complexity of computers and artificial systems is enough to rival life itself. Life in the end. How many things can be converted into data? The reason AI was created was to study these mysteries. Even if AI can use the Turing test, we still won't consider them a living organism. Just like the robots in the Machine Kingdom, although they have their own consciousness, they still cannot produce next generations in the traditional way. So does machinery actually have the ability to reproduce? Q-Do looks blank, not understanding a thing. Those robots, why haven't they arrived yet? Suddenly, the glass on the ceiling cracks. A purple-haired robot flies in, declaring, "Flesh and blood are weak, but machines are eternal." Professor Hua Quan tosses a bag. Away. That weak person, throw them into the machine's arms. The moment the robot appears, everyone is in an uproar, shouting for security forces to get out. Machine, this is not a place you should be. In the blink of an eye, the robot is in front of the blonde thug, throwing a superpowered punch that hits perfectly. He hits him while laughing maniacally. Haha, stupid humans. Q-Do finds it extremely annoying. This is clearly not taking me Q-Do seriously. The city lord glances over and runs forward. Q-Do, their target is me. This time I will go with them to the machine kingdom. I'm betting everyone on you, Q-Do. I understand, city lord. The robot. The machine is still trashing the place, acting super hyped. Ha ha ha, see that. This is the power of a cybernetic upgrade. I have the ultimate body. Just then a figure, descends from above. It's a machine named Monster. He demands, City Lord Hua Jun, follow me. Tell your men to stand down, or else I'll drag you with me. Professor Hua Jun knows. If you'd just done that sooner, it would have been easier. He immediately grabs the city lord while the other robot keeps wreaking havoc. Ha 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 ha, Lord Monster, you take the old man first. Go on, I want to play a bit more. Just as Monster leaves, Qiao-Du steps out. So you're the one bragging about having the strongest body. He gets right in Qiao-Du's face, acting all arrogant. You ants can't even comprehend the beauty and power of cybernetic modification. Qiao-Du is sick of this trash talk. Done talking? If you're done, then it's my turn, kid. How could you not want to join the machine faction for an upgrade? Don't you want to possess a perfect, powerful body? Before he can finish, Qiao-Du lands a punch to kick things off. That single blow greets him firmly, knocking off 306 health points. This robot is a rare level 11 NPC prestige, health 190. 4 out of 500, strength 86, defense 40, agility 90, skills mechanical assimilation, piercing cannon, bliss. Frank is stunned by the sheer power of Qiao-Du. Sorry, but everything you just said, pretty sure I've already got it. Even with his own sensors, Bliss Frank can't believe it. No way, this is impossible. This can't be happening. A mere human. Knocking a hole through my biomechanical body in one punch. How are you doing this? Qiao-Du doesn't hesitate to share. Oh, you just raise your fist. Then you hit it. Simple. Then Bliss Frank collapses, still muttering. A mortal body. How can it compare to a machine? Qiao-Du takes the chance to brag a little. Actually, I have the primordial body of mankind. Bliss Frank is so terrified he can't even move. As he stomps on his back, Qiao-Du delivers the final blow, taking off another 102 HP. Save the talk. If you don't want to end up as a pile of scrap metal, then fly me to your machine kingdom. With that, he grabs Bliss Frank with both hands and rides him like a dragon. The city lord let himself be captured on purpose. It seems he wants to be led to the machine kingdom to destroy the machine heart. City lord, don't worry. I will definitely complete the mission. Right at this moment, as Bliss Frank flies, he's analyzing. This brat has such terrifying strength. Why did I let Lord Monster take Professor Hua Jun away a primordial body? No, I must report this info to Lord Monster immediately. Whoosh! They arrive at the machine kingdom. Professor Hua Jun is kneeling disheveled in Monster's private quarters. Professor Hua Jun, I am deeply sorry for using such a crude method to invite you here. Save it. Even if I die, I will never betray humanity to join the machine nation. Professor Hua Jun, don't be so quick to refuse. Look at this first. Immediately, he opens a heart shaped like a machine. Professor Hua Jun, as you can see, this mechanism, is becoming biological. You could say it's life being created. The mechanism before you possesses a heart with the synthesized biological functions of human intelligence, combined with the might of machinery. I prefer to call it ascension rather than a weak flesh body. Professor Hua Jun, come join the glorious process of evolution. The city lord stands his ground. To be human and yet voluntarily join the ranks of machines acting as their lapdog. People like you are nothing but traitors. Seeing the city lord looks resolute, Monster proceeds to show him something else. With the press of a button, a line of people falls down screaming for their lives. The machine heart proceeds to suck them in and devour them alive. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Chengdu is in an area with hundreds of robots. Intruder detected. Player spotted. Chengdu fights the low-level robots with his bare hands. 1. Free attribute point experience +3. He's super hyped. Wow, dealing with robots gives attribute points too. Now I want to take on 10 at once. City Lord Huajun, after witnessing the horrific scene of the machine devouring humans, is filled with rage. You monsters, you animals, you're nothing but beasts. Professor Huajun being angry won't solve anything. Its name is Mata. It's actually a failed experiment. Our original plan was for machines to live forever, but as you can see, we accidentally created a monster that feeds on life. Plus its appetite is growing. At first it only ate one person. Now it's up to 5. Even I don't know what its limit is. We invited you here because we want to solve the Mata problem. Of course you can choose to look the other way, but the price is that every day. More humans will die because of Mata. The city lord thinks to himself that Chengdu is his only hope now. Just then, Monster's subordinate rushes in to report. It's bad, Lord Monster. A human with a primordial body has broken into our territory. It's the very primordial body Bliss, Frank reported about immediately. Chengdu has destroyed everything and appears looming right inside the base. Yo, Chengdu. The city lord sees him and is overjoyed. Chengdu, you're finally here, Monster asks. Are you the human with the primordial body that Bliss Frank mentioned? Welcome to the Machine Kingdom. Bliss Frank is the top-tier titan of our nation. I never expected he'd fall at your hands. Chengdu checks. That monster is a rare level 15 NPC. Health 2000 out of 2000. Strength 118. Defense 100. Agility 180. Mechanical skills, machine hegemony. Chengdu steps out to challenge him. So you get wiped out at the hands of the primordial body and it's embarrassing. What's the matter? Want to avenge him? As they all charge at him like madmen, Chengdu feels excited realizing this is a future with attribute points piling up. Pow then, another hit. The system announces, player Chengdu has defeated low-level robots bare-handed. Reward 1 free attribute point experience +3. Monster, to foe, is stunned speechless. A normal human body is stronger than a robot modified by the Queen, is what Bliss Frank said about the primordial body. True, if I could persuade him to join. I the Machine Kingdom for modification. I can't imagine what kind of monster that would create. He would definitely be the strongest warrior in the world. Right after dealing with the others, Chengdu runs straight to the city lord to check on him. Are you all right? I'm fine, Chengdu. Look over there. That is exactly. It's the internal organ of Mata the machine heart. Mata level 15. Health 2000 out of 2000. Strength 0. Defense 0. Agility 0. It seems like some change is happening. The moment he sees it, Chengdu senses something unusual. They're using humans on to nourish this living machine. So that's how it is. City Lord, even if you hadn't asked, I would still destroy this machine heart. Professor Huajun places his full trust in him. Chengdu, it's all up to you now. Monster is still standing there, clearly planning something else, so he must be taken down at any cost. Chengdu doesn't hesitate and cuts straight to the chase. Humanity's primordial sacred body abandoned this fragile form and joined the glorious evolution. Chengdu just ignores his babbling. He slowly moves toward the mechanical heart. Monster stands there not understanding what Chengdu is up to. Suddenly the young man leaps inside and throws a punch. Straight at it. Monster tries to stop him, but it's too late. That punch dealt 404 damage to the mechanical heart. Monster can't just stand by and watch anymore. He immediately flies in to stop Chengdu. Humanity's primordial sacred body stop right there. Chengdu glances over, finding him annoying. Don't get in my way. Just as he's about to attack Chengdu, the system issues a warning. Danger detected. Hell level threat. Master, please flee immediately. Repeat. Master, please flee immediately. Monster hasn't even finished his sentence. before losing 288 horsepower sent flying and slamming into the wall. He grinds his teeth in terror. His power is truly monstrous. I must keep him here. Standing before the mechanical heart, Q-Do decides to finish it off for good. He unleashes a barrage of rapid-fire punches. Mata takes damage, 404 points gone. While pounding it, he curses, "You vile, wicked thing, shatter!" After a moment, the heart explodes. Player Q-Do has successfully destroyed the mechanical heart Mata. Experience points plus 100. System detects player Q-Do has solved the Mata heart with his bare hands. Reward 3 free attribute points. Monster seeing this goes into a panicked frenzy. Why did you dare destroy Mata? Do you know how much hope it carried for us machines? No, Q-Do sighs, looking pained. I can't imagine how many humans you people fed to it. After looking closely at this monster, he asserts, "Wait, you're clearly human, yet you call yourself a machine. Don't rush. You're next." Monster sneers and continues, "Wait, hear me out. Humanity's primordial sacred body, even though you're strong compared to Her Majesty the Queen, you're not even a fingernail's worth. Even if you destroyed, Mata Her Majesty won't blame you. On the contrary, she will give you a chance to redeem yourself. As long as you come with me to see Her Majesty throw yourself into the arms of the machine, Queen, she will surely grant amnesty for your crimes." Q-Do is stunned. Her Majesty, the ruler of the machine nation, isn't she a monster? The city lord Huaquan screams, "Q-Do, don't let him trick you." Rest assured, city lord, I have no interest in siding with the machines. I only trust my own body. Monster thinks to himself confidently, "Wait until you see the Majesty of the Queen. You won't think that anymore." Q-Do agrees to go meet the Machine Queen. As he follows him, Monster begins to play dirty, releasing a mechanical bug to attach itself to Q-Do. The mechanical bug can parasitize a human host and gradually transform them into a machine. Monster is already gloating. If I can successfully parasitize this primordial, sacred body, Her Majesty will definitely reward me. The moment it stretches its stinger to pierce his neck, Q-Do gives it a gentle squish. The young man flares up in anger. "I knew you weren't honest." Monster acts innocent. "What? The consequence of playing dumb is a palm strike straight to the gut, sending him flying. 240 damage. Even after taking a punch like that, he still manages to stand firm. He really lives up to being a level 15 NPC good at taking hits." Monster screams, "You bastard! Don't you want to meet Her Majesty? We're already here and you're attacking me. If I'm not mistaken, the Her Majesty you speak of is nearby, right? If that's the case, I don't need you to lead the way anymore." A bit worried and afraid Q-Do won't accept, he starts threatening him. "Humanity's primordial sacred body, don't be ungrateful. If I break your 4 limbs and deliver you to Her Majesty, it will be the same thing. Anyway, Her Majesty will just rebuild you a new mechanical body." Monster activates a mechanical punch and lunges straight at Q-Do. Q-Do throws a powerful blow, decisive. 233 points deducted. Didn't you eat, little brother? What is this, the true power of the primordial sacred body? Q-Do coolly grabs his hand. I forgot. You scrap metal piles don't need to eat. He gives him another attack, another 240 damage. Monster sees he's about to be wiped out, so he begs to end it. Stop! Hand! Let me go! He is frantic, unable to move, and just takes another palm strike. Q-Do steps forward, getting right in his face. Another 260 damage points. Monster's current HP is down to 432 out of 2,000. Humanity's primordial sacred body. I have to admit it. First, I underestimated you. Next, I will show you full respect. Monster rises up once more. This is his true form. Q-Do stands there judging. His true form is so ugly. Even if I died, I wouldn't choose to evolve by turning into a machine. Monster continues to activate a mechanical punch and charges straight at Q-Do. If he's going to throw punches this seriously, Q-Do wants to get a bit more serious too. The young man activates a normal punch, then follows up with a powerful strike deducting 480. Damage points. Honestly, the situation just now was quite dangerous for Q-Do. The system notifies, player Q-Do has eliminated the NPC monster with bare hands. Reward: 15 free attribute points. Experience increased by 75. Congratulations to the player for successfully leveling up current experience 15 out of 1,100. Bonus: 10 free attribute points. Congratulations, player Q-Do has become a beginner mage. Q-Do is quite satisfied with this achievement. Congratulations to the player for completing the hidden quest. You have received the seal-breaking key. The City Lord's quest can be considered complete, and with the key in hand, Q-Do's next goal is to meet the Machine Queen. Not stopping there, he hopes for some more top-tier gear. The young man stops before a door, but he has to enter a password. He tries again and again, but it's wrong. If he had known, he wouldn't have smashed Monster to pieces. Incorrect password notification again. What a headache. Who is he supposed to ask for the password now? It seems the girl sitting inside is the queen. Hearing the incorrect password notice, repeatedly she concludes this must be a human. A human. Huh. Based on previous experience since they handled Monster, the quest should be done. Why come looking for me? It's so time-consuming to keep pressing this. Q-Do is annoyed. He gives it a hit and the door shatters. Hey, using force is always the most convenient. Just like that, the young man is surprised to see a human girl in front of him. Hello, sister. Why, are you here, a human being? Outside, what a strange guy. Seeing the girl just blankly staring, the young man asks again, Miss, can you talk? What's your name? The Machine Queen. Q-Do hears this and jumps in shock. That? Beauty says she's the Machine Queen. Epic NPC Machine Queen, level 48. Health points 100,000 out of 100,000. Strength unknown. Defense unknown. Agility unknown. Skills: Mechanical Puppet. Divine Beam Storm of Death. After learning that the girl in front of him has 100,000 health points, Q-Do falls into a state of shock. What the hell? This NPC has 100,000 HP. This should have been a rank A boss, right? The young man, slightly flustered, turned back and gave a hesitant wave. My lady, oh wait, wrong. Your Majesty, I took a wrong turn. I am so sorry, I'm leaving right now, okay? Not about to let him leave that easily. The Machine Queen instantly bound him with restraints. Q-Do panicked. Too strong. I can't move. Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. She closed her eyes and used her ability to read all of Q-Do's memories. So this is the outside world I've always known. That my world is not the real world. This place is called a dungeon, a simulation. It doesn't last long before the dungeon resets. Everything returns to its original state. This simulation has technical bugs, as long as I stay in this room. I can avoid the reset. I don't remember how many times it's reset. Out of countless people who've come and gone, you're the only one who actually stood before me. I will absolutely not miss this rare opportunity. Q-Do had just read the Machine Queen's move. You read my memories. Fine, let's trade. I'll let you see mine. Q-Do suddenly realized. No wonder a rank D boss like her has such high attributes and levels. So you want to get out, huh? Then just finish me off. A loser like me who's only level 11 can't possibly resist the operating rules of this world. After hearing that, she used her sharp hand to pierce straight through her own chest. What the hell are you doing? The Machine Queen pulled out her heart. We can exploit the rules of all the world you spoke of. This is the heart of the Machine Queen. A rank S item, a mechanical creation. She tossed the heart to Q-Do. Take this with you. It will evolve into another me. Items can be taken out by players. Once it forms a new body, I'll have a clone that can sense the outside world. Q-Do was surprised and asked, Aren't you afraid I'll double-cross you? Once out of the Ozark world, you won't be able to do anything to me. I'm not afraid. In your memories, I didn't find any record of you breaking your word. Besides, I just want to see with my own eyes what the outside world looks like. Kyodu was stunned that an NPC had developed its own consciousness and was plotting its escape from her own dungeon. Well, have you thought it over? Kyodu, other than, agreeing with you, do I have any other choice? The Machine Queen looked delighted. Thank you. All right, you can leave now. The system announced, congratulations to player Kyodu for clearing the Machine Country dungeon. Completion rating rank A. The system will award prizes based on the player's rank. Player Kyodu received rank A rewards 50 EXP, 5 free stat points, rank B skill book, molding art, and a rank C item, brass knuckle fist. Rank C item, brass knuckle fist. Rank C. Effect: increases attack power by 30%. Occupation restrictions: none. If it boosts attack power, that's pretty useful for me. He thought about the time when the headmaster unlocked that Rubik's Cube. In a flash, Kyodu was back, but the headmaster was nowhere to be seen and the room was empty. If he just waited, he'd waste even more time. The young man decided to use the key to lift the seal and open the cube first. The item that appeared after unlocking it was the Green Dragon Crescent Blade, a growth-type weapon. Kyodu was shocked. This is what my parents left for me. Why, is it a blade and it doesn't even have any stats? How do you even upgrade this? Plus, am I not a mage? Just then, the headmaster desperately burst through the door. Kyodu, oh my god, don't worry about the cube anymore. You have to hurry to the exam site right now or you'll be late. You'll miss the college entrance exam. The young man was still dazed, then suddenly remembered. Oh no, this is the college entrance exam location. The young man is a student of the First Academy. He stepped out, arms crossed, and asked the proctor, "Can the exam start now?" Duang Huangditch tried to stall for time. "Hold on, it's not time yet, and not everyone has arrived." The students of the First Academy. Avo looked down on the students of the Fourth Academy. Isn't the Fourth Academy just a bunch of useless, mediocre trash? Whether you take the exam or not, what's the difference? Duang Huangditch, upon hearing that, was furious. They continued to provoke. Our First Academy has always had the highest college acceptance rate. The top scorers in the city almost always come from our school. Last year, Long Tuong from the First Academy even became the top scorer for the combat stream. Get it, this year will be no exception. The top spot will still belong to our school. You Fourth Academy students, what are you even here to take the exam for? Just hurry up and go home. Taking the college entrance exam is a big deal. They aren't here yet. They're probably too scared to show up. Ha 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 ha! Duong Huang crossed his arms and retorted, First Academy or Worst Academy? Who knows guys like you, brother? Du only needs one punch to take you down. Oh wow, one punch each, huh? All right, come here and try it. I'd better see you guys at university so I can show you what one punch really means. Tahu couldn't help but feel anxious. Why isn't he here yet? The exam is about to start. Kyodu, where on earth are you? Ma Fi saw this, and also got frustrated, shouting out loud, First Academy, listen clearly to what I have to say. The legend of your school will be put to an end by me, and I only have one rival, Kyodu. Saying that was one thing, but Ma Fi was still worried. Damn it, Kyodu, why haven't you arrived yet? Elsewhere, Kyodu was running for his life toward the exam site at full speed. It seemed the proctor couldn't wait any longer. Teacher from the Fourth Academy, the exam is about to begin. Is everyone here yet? Can we wait a little longer? Oh, Kyodu, if you don't arrive, you'll miss your chance at university. Just then, the young man appeared and shouted loudly. Duong Huang beamed with joy. Brother Du, it's Brother Du. You finally made it. Just as... Oh, he arrived. He stood tall. Daddy is here, you brats. If you keep going like this, you won't make it to the university entrance exam. Just then, the young man appeared and shouted at the top of his lungs. Du, beaming with excitement, grinned from ear to ear. Brother Du, it's finally you. You're finally here. Look who it is, the big boss himself has arrived. The guys from the First Academy were just yapping and bad-mouthing Kyodu just because of his name. Why do we have to wait so long? This is a complete waste of our time. They kept whispering left and right, acting so insufferable, and even tried to butt in line. What's the rush? They retorted arrogantly. Obviously, we're in a hurry to send you losers packing so we can take the top spots in the university entrance exam. Kyu-do didn't say much, just asked, "Where did you idiots even come from?" They were furious. "You filthy trash! What did you say? Just wait until you get on that arena floor, you'll be by." "Don't you dare get in my way," Kyu-do replied. "Wow, are all the First Academy people this arrogant? I hope you keep that same attitude once we're in the ring. The top rank in this entrance exam belongs to me, Kyu-do. You guys won't get it." The guy with blue hair was so triggered he almost lunged at Kyu-do, but the group leader stopped him. "Hey, our only goal is the top rank. If you cause any more trouble..." The guy didn't even finish before the blue-haired kid turned pale with fear. "Oh, sorry, I was wrong, let's just go." It was weird how they suddenly stopped. They didn't start any more trouble. The proctor announced, "The time has come. The entrance exam is officially starting. I am the lead examiner for this competition. This exam will use an elimination mechanic based on accumulation points. Win the first round, get 2 points. Lose the first round, lose 1 point. Consecutive wins grant an extra bonus point. Losing streaks won't cost extra points. After 10 rounds, the 10 students with the highest points will face off to crown the winner. I declare the 3083rd entrance exam officially underway." The stands were roaring with cheers. Kyu-do was standing in the mage zone. Word is, this exam uses a dual rule, that where HP is capped at a minimum, so there are no deaths. That means Kyu-do can fight without holding anything back. The blonde guy watching from the side is last year's top-ranked combatant Long Tuong. Long Tuong, which school do you think will take the top spot this year? The top rank will obviously go to the First Academy, of course. At arena number 108, the proctor announced, First Academy's Long Diet Thien versus Fourth Academy's Kyu-do. Oh, the two guys who were trash-talking each other are actually fighting right away. What a surprise we meet in the first round. Kyu-do remained calm. So your name is Long Diet Thien. A pretty imposing name, don't you think? He then slowly repeated the 3 words, Long Diet Thien, to provoke his opponent, who couldn't stand it, and exploded in rage. You tired of living? You're not allowed to say my name like that. I'm gonna tear your mouth apart. He was already so bloodthirsty. The proctor asked clearly, Are you both ready? Both were in a combat stance, but something felt off. All right, now both sides introduce yourselves. Long Diet Thien freaked out. What the hell? Why is there even this rule? Can't we just start fighting already? Kyu-do was stunned, thinking the same thing, but they had to follow the procedure. The proctor said, Whatever they say, we listen. First Academy Long Diet Thien level 9, Lightning Mage. Fourth Academy Kyu-do level 11, Novice Necromancer. As soon as he heard that Long Diet Thien was shocked. No, Novice. Even the proctor was surprised, thinking, he reached Novice level before the exam, seems like a promising candidate for top rank. All right, introductions complete. Begin battle. Long Diet Thien tried to calm himself down. Damn it, whatever. Lightning magic is the natural counter to necromancy. So what if he's a novice? It's not like I can't win. He started activating his lightning barrier. Sparks flew. Kyu-do stood unmoved, letting the guy show off his skills. A whirlwind of power swirled around Long Diet Thien. Everyone gasped, stunned by the power of a lightning mage. I heard lightning mages have a 1 in 10,000 chance of awakening. They're almost like a hidden class. Right, lightning mages are recognized by other elemental mages as having the strongest burst damage. But wait, that lightning mage is just defending. Is that like tying his own hand behind his back? A lightning mage isn't good at defense. People turned their attention to Kyu-do. Is that teenager really his opponent? How did he make a lightning mage choose to play defensively like that? Long Diet Thien challenged him. Right here. Let me see the power of your necromancy. Kyu-do was acting strangely, and people were curious he didn't even draw his staff. Is he trying to forfeit? While watching, an old teacher asked, Old man Tuyet, this Kyu-do is the student your school scouted for the capital university, right? He's not planning on attacking. This kid is way too arrogant. Even if his level is higher, lightning is the natural counter to necromancy. If he doesn't summon his undead, then a miserable defeat isn't off the table. Tuyet didn't want to talk much and just sighed. The secret can't be revealed. Just watch patiently. He said that because he knew Q-Do was a total freak of nature. He could send a Capital University admissions officer flying with one punch. Long Tuong looked on with contempt, watching carefully. Let's see. Let me see how your necromancy fares against a lightning mage. Q-Do's first steps began. Long Diet Thien was a bit panicked. It's coming. What is he doing? Why hasn't he started summoning his undead yet? Q-Do casually let himself take 92 points of damage and charged straight into the lightning barrier. What the hell? You, what kind of monster are you? You dare walk straight into my lightning barrier. Isn't a necromancer the easiest class to fry under lightning? This guy, why? Q-Do's blatant disregard shocked the spectators. What is going on? Is this even a mage duel? Shouldn't mages be blasting each other from afar? Is this kid an idiot? Just then, Q-Do equipped his accessory. It was the brass knuckles, a grade C item that increases critical hit rate by 30% and has no class restrictions. Q-Do gave a sinister smile and lunged. I'll use you to test out my new gear. Wait, what are you doing? One blow sent the guy flying with a massive explosion. His remaining HP 1 out of 190. His eyes rolled back and he spat out blood. Remember this, you owe me. You owe me your life. The people in the stands were rubbing their eyes, wondering if what they just saw was real. Number 90's eyes rolled back white as snow as he coughed up blood. Remember this well, you owe me. You owe me for the lives lost. The crowd in the stands had to rub their eyes, unable to believe what they were witnessing. What the am I dreaming? A necromancer using their physical body to withstand a lightning strike, and then taking down the opponent's teacher with a single punch that dealt over 1,000 damage. Standing next to me, old Ghost Xue was losing his mind. He was already shocked at someone fighting lightning with their bare body, and then the Iron Fist came out. But this kid, he took out the opponent with over 1,000 damage in one hit. You call that a necromancer, old ghost? She replied excitedly. So what if a necromancer hits a little hard? Chao-Du has been training in martial arts since he was a kid. His technique and force are well honed. It makes perfect sense. Long Chang smiled at the intrigue. A necromancer? Who can actually pull something like that off? If his physical strength is this terrifying, just how powerful is his necromancy? It really makes you look forward to what comes after he loses. Suddenly, someone rushed in to report urgently. Young Master Long Li Tian has been defeated. It was by someone from the 4th Academy, and it only took one punch. I know, that kid, Abba has some talent. First create some trouble for him. The university valedictorian title must go to the 1st Academy. Meanwhile, outside the whispers were getting louder. People were chatting, unable to hide their shock. This has to be a physical fighter who snuck into the exam meant for mages, right? Taking a direct hit from a lightning element mage's bolt, not even a steel golem could do that. A bystander asked, is he Saitama or something? Chao-Du stood there laughing loudly, feeling thrilled, by the recognition of the crowd. Just then, Chao-Du received a request from the exam committee. Hello, sorry to bother you. Could you please come with us? Because of your performance just now, which was unexpectedly good, someone reported you for cheating. We have to inspect you now. Chao-Du was floored. What the hell? Just because I performed too well, you want to drag me away? For an inspection? Is there no justice? Is there no law? How do you explain being a mage but dealing that much damage? The young man answered briefly. I have innate strength. The proctor sighed and led the way. Even though Chao-Du struggled and tried to explain his innate power, they dragged him away. Everyone was stunned. That necromancer is being taken away, isn't he a cheater? No wonder. How could a necromancer rely on just his fists to deal over 1,000 damage? Someone was even happier than Old Ghost. Hui, you elite candidates are being taken away by the judges. That kid isn't pulling any tricks, is he? Ha ha ha. Follow us and you'll see. Seeing Chao-Du dragged off, Ma Fei held on to hope. When Chao-Du was in the Nightmare Village, he was that good. Could it be that he was cheating back then too? Before he could finish, the guys from the first academy folded their arms arrogantly. I told you, how can a mage deal that much damage? He's definitely cheating. I bet when they take his urine sample, there won't be a single drop of urine. It'll just be performance-enhancing drugs. No need to guess, just wait and see. Once the inspection is done, there will be an announcement. He'll have his results disqualified for cheating. If you don't believe me, just wait. Yang Xiang heard this and was fuming, but he held it in. Fine, just wait and see. When my brother Du comes back to take the valedictorian spot, that's when you guys will be the ones crying. They continued to mock him. Haha, you guys should pray he can even come back before you start talking. Elsewhere, Chao Du had been brought to the inspection room. The young man walked through the inspection gate with total swagger, completely unfazed. Geniuses always come with suspicion. Immediately after the machine announced, no unusual data detected. The proctor still didn't believe it and demanded that Chao Du go through it one more time. The young man agreed. I'll walk through it 100 times if it'll keep you happy. The machine still reported no unusual data. That proctor was still stubborn, checking to see if the inspection gate was broken. After the staff took all the machinery apart, they confirmed the gate was working fine. No issues. So this kid is relying solely on physical strength to deal over 1,000 damage, a melee mage. A mage like this has never existed before. So can we let this contestant go back to the arena to continue the match? The old man was still not convinced. If the data check doesn't show any problems, then take the kid for a urine test. See if he's using any banned substances. If his urine is normal, let him go back to the match. Elsewhere, the second match was about to start. Gu Su stood there arrogantly. That guy might not be back in an hour and a half. Once the match time expires, it will automatically count as a forfeit. They were still waiting for Chao Du to return, feeling a bit anxious. Is that necromancer really the one absent? Why hasn't he come back yet? Could he really be cheating? I knew that kid was a fraud early on otherwise. Hey, how could he deal over 1,000 damage with one punch? Chao Du was followed to the restroom by a supervisor. According to the rules, the judge must monitor the entire sample collection process. Chao Du immediately closed the restroom door, putting on a sinister face. I'm mostly worried that you'll be scared out of your mind. Don't worry, we've gone through special training. Just as he said that, during the urine test, someone kept banging on the door wanting to open it. The supervisor was crying his eyes out. Chao Du sighed. I told you not to follow me. You're just going to get scared. Anyway, stop crying, I can't really blame you. After the tearful inspection was finished, the supervisor brought the results to the old proctor. The urine test for Chao Du showed no issues. I see. Let the kid go back to the competition. After looking at the file, he was stunned. It's Chao Sheng's son, the mage with 500 damage potential. And a direct admit to the capital university, ha ha ha. Looks like this kid is going to bring us plenty of surprises. On the other hand, Yang Xiang had started to worry. What do I do? Chao Du, if you don't come out now, you're going to be disqualified. Really. The guys from the first academy saw this and kept mocking him. Cheating and still wanting to compete, a mage using one punch, fight to deal over 1,000 damage. If it were you, would you believe it? That guy's probably already expelled and won't be coming back. Taiyu happened to get an update and was furious. The judging committee said it was a report from someone else that led to Chao Du being taken away. That was you guys, wasn't it? Little girl, you can eat whatever you want, but you can't just say whatever you want. Do you have proof it was us? And even if it was, what can you people do about it? An unreasonable amount of attack power like that. Everyone would be skeptical, wouldn't they? You see, even the judges thought that guy was cheating otherwise. Why would he be dragged away? Duong Huang was so frustrated she couldn't hold it in anymore and shouted, Nonsense, Q Du definitely didn't cheat. He's about to return to the match, haha. Keep living in your own subjective bubble. The results will be here soon. See, he's been disqualified. The group of friends stood up together to defend Q Du's position, and Ma Fi also spoke up. It seems they're afraid Q Du will snatch the top rank. University, but their plan is about to fail. Even if Q-Do wasn't here, the top university rank would still fall into my hands, ma fees. Right at that moment, Q-Do appeared. The judges were just about to declare the other side the winner. Thankfully, Q-Do showed up and announced, "I'm here." The examiner declared that if that's the case, the match begins. Just looking at Q-Do's face, you know he's ready to beat those guys into a pulp. It's the usual introduction before every match. First Academy Disciple Q-Do Necromancer. Beginner level 11. This glorious moment made the crowd in the stands buzz again. It's a Necromancer, he's back, so that means he didn't cheat at all. He can actually punch someone and cause over 1,000 points of damage. The students from the First Academy looked sullen. They never expected Q-Do to return. Q-Do's opponent declared very clearly, "You don't need to know my name because since you've arrived, I forfeit. I don't want to get punched and lose over 1,000 points." Having said that, the guy ran away as fast as he could. Q-Do, however, was so hungry for a fight that he chased after him begging, "Please just let me punch you once. Just one punch, okay?" Before he could even finish begging, the judge announced that Q-Do of the Fourth Academy had won, adding 3 points to his total. Just like that, Q-Do had won 2 consecutive matches, reaching 5 points. Q-Do didn't like this easy, effortless way of winning very much. The group from the First Academy gathered to whisper with Kotuk, "That Necromancer is back. What do we do?" Reporting him was just to make people hate him. If he didn't cheat, then of course he would come back. But no, I have a way to eliminate that guy. The university top rank cannot be stolen from our hands. The subsequent matches continued. As soon as the judge called for the match to start, the opposing team would surrender, making Q-Do want to explode with frustration. "Damn it, why are you surrendering again? Don't you guys have any pride? Why not shout something brave and charge at me? Why does your opponent just turn their back and run?" There's no such thing as that. Only the feeling of pain when getting hit is real. By the 4th round, they were still surrendering and waving the white flag. Even by the 8th round, it was the same. All Q-Do heard were boring surrenders. He was dying to punch someone for real now. The First Academy started to worry. That Necromancer has won 8 matches in a row. He will use this winning streak to advance to the direct elimination rounds. Kotuk then set his plan in motion, pulling strings to arrange for Sutio-Dung of the Second Academy to fight Q-Do in the 9th round. Sutio-Dung, will she actually listen to our arrangements? Kotuk had calculated that this was the university entrance exam. It couldn't be up to her. As long as she wanted a good score, she had to give it her all. All the arrangements were successful. In the 9th round, Second Academy's Sutio-Dung would face the Fourth Academy's Q-Do. Her beauty left the young men in the stands stunned. "Oh my God, that's Sutio-Dung. She's so beautiful, I'd willingly break my own ribs. To make soup for her to drink." The judge announced for both sides to introduce themselves. This girl sounded very straightforward and strong. Second Academy Sutio-Dung level. 11 Beginner Ice Mage. The teacher on the opposing team seemed quite pleased and confident. "That old man Tuyet. That's the best seed of your Fourth Academy right running into Sutio-Dung. This match is going to be tough." Old man Tuyet just sighed. "How you guys don't understand Q-Do at all?" Tuyet-Dung proudly introduced herself again. The guy was quite surprised, expecting his opponent to surrender again. But no. She even countered by asking, "Why would I do that?" As soon as he heard that Q-Do was thrilled. "Wow, finally I've waited for someone who doesn't forfeit." The spectators in the stands who were gossiping started showing their protective side. "Holy crap, is this kid going to use that same brutal fighting style to deal with Sutio-Dung? Does he dare? If he hurts Sutio-Dung, I'm going to throw dog poop at his door in the middle of the night. That's way too much. How could he use such a terrifying weapon against a beautiful girl like that?" In reality, there was no need to ask. Q-Do, seeing them so angry, just smiled brightly and replied, "Ha ha ha, everyone is just joking. How could I use such violent methods against a beauty?" Q-Do began to wave his hands, activating his power. The judge's jaw dropped immediately. Oh my God, is he really a necromancer? Sutio-Dung looked extremely worried. She had never met a mage this unique before. The moment Q-Do rushed toward her, Su Tiu-dung activated an ice wall. The guy was smiling while destroying it as if he were just relieving stress. Su Tiu-dung was flustered. She couldn't let him get close, but her skills could only hold Q-Do for a maximum of 2 seconds. The moment he broke through the ice, Q-Do flew high up. Su Tiu-dung faced tense, focused with all her might. Finally, I've waited for the moment you left the ground. Q-Do, you are very strong, but you're too arrogant. Your 8-match winning streak ends right here. She activated the eternal ice wall. At that moment, she successfully froze Q-Do. The guys watching felt thrilled. Whoa, the goddess is amazing. Even though they're both beginners, she managed to freeze her opponent without a scratch. Su Tiu-dung is worthy of being called the daughter of ice. Q-Do doesn't seem that tough after all. If I had known, I would have. I really regret not giving up sooner. Just then, the teacher from the second academy arrogantly sneered. Look, it seems our Su Xiaorong is still stronger. She's a grade above your student, the teacher retorted calmly. Don't be so impatient, everyone just watch. Su Xiaorong turned to the judge full of confidence. Teacher, didn't I already win by the rules I should win when the opponent surrenders or their health drops to 1? But look, he's still losing health. This proves his health hasn't run out yet. Su Xiaorong helplessly turned to suggest, Qiao-Du, just give up, you've lost. What's the point of struggling, just adding to the suffering? With this rate of health drain, it won't be long before you're done. Qiao-Du was still very naive, his eyes wide, thinking, it clearly hasn't reached 0 yet. Just then, the ice seemed to crack. Su Xiaorong immediately reactivated the eternal ice wall, making the layer of ice even thicker. She started to worry. Just how strong is this guy to think he could actually struggle free from my ice wall? Qiao-Du broke into a friendly, yet sinister smile and asked, Hey, how much mana do you have left? Su Xiaorong was sweating buckets. Why is his health still not drained? I've already run out of mana. Right at that moment, Qiao-Du broke through the eternal ice with one powerful move. Hey, I'm out. Qiao-Du pointed his weapon at her, looking as defiant as ever. He wasn't about to give up. I mean, she's a pretty girl, and she really is pretty, but that was just too soft. Qiao-Du landed a finishing blow, deducting 260 points from Su Xiaorong. The men in the crowd were furious. Oh, our goddess! That jerk! Not only does he not know how to treat a lady, he actually dared to use violence against a goddess. The young man smiled lightly, reproaching them. How can you blame me? This is a competition. Su Xiaorong's health dropped to 1. The judge announced, this match, Qiao-Du wins accumulative points +3. Old Tiet stood tall and proud. Look, what did I tell you? In this competition, no one can stop Qiao-Du. Su Xiaorong tried to muster the last of her strength to stand up. I'm sorry, teacher. It's okay. You gave it your all. Don't worry, your accumulated points are already enough to enter the arena. It's not my fault, it's all because of that brat. He's not a mage at all. He's disgraced the mage profession. Qiao-Du stood there passing judgment. You call yourself a teacher, yet you're so prejudiced against talented students. Do they think that a mage who trains their body isn't a mage? Just then, a member of the First Academy returned to report to Gu Tuo. Su Xiaorong couldn't beat Qiao-Du from the Fourth Academy. What do we do? That guy has won 10 matches in a row and entered the arena. Our dirty tricks didn't work. Gu Tuo looked angry. The Second Academy is full of losers. They couldn't even handle the Fourth Academy. It seems I'll have to handle it myself. Back at the Second Academy's lounge, Su Xiaorong was called in by her teacher. Xiaorong, how did you feel about your match with Qiao-Du today? He has ridiculously high strength. Just now I checked with the judges panel about the matchup board. It turns out you weren't supposed to be facing Qiao-Du. You mean someone swapped your opponent? Su Xiaorong was stunned. This is to stop me from entering the arena. No, based on skill, the one being targeted is likely Qiao-Du. Does he know about this? Should I tell him? After a while, Su Xiaorong decided to meet Qiao-Du. The young man looked quite surprised. You mean someone tampered with the matchup board just to make us fight each other? Exactly, it seems his target is you. Be careful. He might try something against you in the arena. Tusk playing these dirty games again. Can't even show his face. If he dared to show up one punch, and he'd be sent to heaven. At the arena, Chengdu and Gu Tuo stood near each other, but the young man didn't pay any mind to the person playing dirty behind his back. The 10 rounds of the match had ended. I won't say much more about the arena rules. The arena matches officially begin. The 10 strongest people were revealed standing on the highest platform. The moment he stepped out, Chengdu was full of anticipation. Come on out, you snake hiding in the shadows and plotting schemes. I'm standing right here. Come out and try to stop me if you can. This appearance made the atmosphere even more explosive. Wow, that's a necromancer. He's going first. Does he want to hold the arena? 1 against 9. Right then, a burly, muscular youth jumped out to accept the challenge. Only a true genius deserves the title of champion. Clearly that genius is me. Before he could even finish his bragging, Chengdu hit him with a palm strike that knocked out a tooth and deducted 354 health points. The guy collapsed completely motionless. 4th Academy Chengdu successfully defended the arena. Everyone shifted to doubt. Chengdu isn't a necromancer. If no one can stop him, then the champion of this competition. 'Tis definitely going to be him, right? Everyone suddenly switched sides and started cheering for Chengdu enthusiastically. Go Chengdu, defend the arena. I don't care anymore. I'm a fan of Chengdu now. Hearing his name being shouted, he smirked. Now the snake hiding in the shadows probably can't take it anymore, right? At that moment, Gu Tuo finally appeared, issuing a challenge. In a loud voice, you brat only knowing how to show off them 5 million. Chengdu didn't understand what he was talking about. Gu Tuo continued pulling out money to negotiate. 5 million and you forfeit. I've investigated you. You're just an orphan. Besides the house your parents left you, you don't have anything else. 5 million is enough for you to live comfortably for half a lifetime. This low blow can hit Chengdu's pride hard. Who do you think I am? This is the grand exam for the champion of Tuo City. It's my dream, is my dream. Really only worth 5 million. You need to up the price. Gu Tuo looked on with disdain. As expected of a low-class brat. How much more do you want? Chengdu replied bluntly. Not much. 100 million would do. Of course, if you give me 10 billion, I wouldn't refuse either. Gu Tuo knew Chengdu was just mocking him. His eyes went blank with rage, looking like he was about to go insane. Refusing a toast only to drink a forfeit is that it. Don't blame me for going hard on you. Chengdu had already figured out his attitude and mindset. It was clear this guy really hated him, and he had some hellish backing for those stepping into the arena. The next match is none other than Kotuk from the Academy, a first stage Dark Mage. Kotuk, please teach me. Kotuk activates the Shadow Soldier skill. Being a Dark System Mage, a Dark Mage attacks. With a Necromancer Mage, this match is definitely worth watching. Both are Summoner classes. Will Chengdu summon undead? Chengdu let out a sigh. He didn't see the point in summoning those things. He was more than enough on his own. Facing the Shadow Soldier, Chengdu was a bit hesitant. What the hell is this thing? It's so hard. How are my haunted minions tough as iron? This is the first feast I've prepared for you, Chengdu. Do you like it, Chengdu? 1 man, 1 weapon, and 1 strike. He blasted away everything surrounding him. That's all you've got. You summon a bunch of minions, and other than being hard as iron, they're nothing special. I want to see if this toy of yours is for real. It doesn't break, does it? Chengdu raised his weapon high and dealt a powerful blow directly to the monster standing in front of him. Now only 3 remain. Kotuk is stunned. Even the haunted minions were blown away by him. This guy's muscle strength. If someone said he was a humanoid beast, I'd believe it. On the other hand, Chengdu was still having a blast playing around. Playing with them one by one, he took out another one. Now it was the final turn. After cleaning up the targets, the next one would be Kotuk himself. Chengdu just dashed forward at high speed. He reached where Kotuk was standing. The guy didn't dodge, but continued to explain. I've summoned these haunted minions from the start, not for war. Activate sacrifice, shadow assimilation. A slash went straight across Kotuk's chest. That blow was truly shocking. If this attack hadn't In this world, you could directly send that Shadow Mage packing. Q-Do is way too terrifying. That guy also surprised Q-Do a bit when his severed arm reattached itself. Hey, I have to admit you're truly strong. In this entire city, people who could defeat my haunted minions and force me to use sacrifice, you're the first one, Q-Do. After that shoulder strike, he realized that attacking him would only affect his own body. If he didn't attack his main body directly, he wouldn't solve the problem. Kotuk pulled a sharp blade from out of nowhere, but you wouldn't think that. Attacking me would be safe, would you? Before he even finished his sentence, he took the knife and stabbed it straight into his own left chest. Suddenly, when he did that, all the pain was transferred to Q-Do. Q-Do spat blood and had 50 points deducted. Kotuk acted excited and cocky. Q-Do, just surrender. You're no match for me. If you surrender, for now the conditions I promised you earlier might still be honored. A hero doesn't give in so easily, Q-Do bluntly replied. Surrender my ass. Kotuk was shocked again. Q-Do's internal organs were pierced, yet he didn't seem to care at all. If you're going to be this stubborn, don't blame me. He continued to stab himself repeatedly with the knife. Q-Do was bleeding constantly. He had to admit it really itched, and it really hurt. Kotuk even intended to stab his own crotch, acting sinister. Q-Do knew his intentions, didn't he? He already smelled the rot, so he had to tell him to stop immediately. This provocation made Q-Do furious enough to attack, which as it happened, once again caused him to lose. You annoying piece of work, sacrifice, shadow assimilation. Q-Do also had to taste the flavor, losing 496 points. The unlucky guy, by attacking aggressively, ended up shooting himself in the foot. What is this thing? High attack power isn't necessarily a good thing. What exactly are the limitations of this kid's skill? Could it be that black aura? After thinking for a while, Q-Do spoke up. I've seen your skill now. If I'm guessing right, if I keep attacking, you'll be the one to vanish. Kotuk still wasn't afraid. Oh, you saw through my skill you're not afraid of dying, then go ahead and try. Q-Do threw a massive, powerful punch straight at Kotuk. Hey, you didn't think I wouldn't see you secretly casting magic, did you? That's it. It's time to verify my theory. Now, if you've got the guts, don't dodge. Try using that damage reflection skill again. Kotuk wouldn't lose a war of words. Running away. Ugh, if I run away, I'll call you daddy. Q-Do jumped up, raising his fist. Kotuk activated Shadow Guardian. Two forces collided, tense as a tightrope. Q-Do smiled brightly and asked back, if I guessed wrong, why are you still defending? You said I wouldn't dodge, right? Kotuk took the blow and lost 125 onlay points. He was confused. The strategy of his Shadow Protection Shield was a powerful skill that could block a full-force attack from a common boss. How could it not block one of Q-Do's hits? Could he be even more terrifying than a common boss? Q-Do thought it was time to end it all here. Kotuk still wasn't defeated. He tried to cling to these last seconds and activated Sacrifice, Shadow Devour. After undergoing the transformation process, he declared, in this state, not even a body cultivator of the same level can beat me. What do you have to fight me with? He confidently asserted that in his current form, no devil could defeat him. Kotuk screamed, so the entire city is mine, and you get lost. Seeing him so energized, Q-Do was also thrilled. He pushed 100% of his power. Even though he had attacked with extreme force, he had gotten harder. Before and after merging with the four shadows, he seemed to have gained shadow characteristics. Kotuk crazily lunged toward Q-Do. You have no martial honor. Are you looking for hell? The moment the two lunged at each other, the arena felt like it was about to shatter. With agile movement speed, Q-Do dodged every one of his kicks. In a split second, he grabbed Q-Do's leg. He had to give him a taste of the legendary foot strike. The spectators in the stands were getting more and more excited. Is this really an arena for system mages? How? Can those two fight like gladiators? Is the trend now battle mages? In the stands, two guys were whispering, looking at these two. They were the two from the Bach Trak Association, who had been tricked by Q-Do. Now they stood there fuming. His name is Q-Do. He's definitely not Ma-Fi who manages him. Maybe they've all joined our Bach track already. Below the stage, Ko-Tuk was getting more and more shocked. It's impossible. What black magic did you use? How can you be on par with me? On par? Are you sure, Ko-Tuk? He was worried that his Shadow Devourer had a time limit, and it had been a while. He had to risk it all. It's you who forced me to do this Q-Do sacrifice. Shadow Devourer, the academy teacher, the #1 academy master, seeing his student going on a rampage, immediately urged Gutu to stop. But the boy, completely lost in his mania, shouted, "It's too late. The title of top scholar is mine. I will prove that I'm better than my brother." The previous year's champion stood there muttering. It seems his brother was a top scholar before, which put immense pressure on him. After he fell into that madness, Chao Yu was not afraid at all. Instead, she danced with excitement. That's it. That's the spirit. Keep screaming. Keep screaming your reasons at me. Then come over here. Gutu charged and landed a punch on Chao Yu's chin. Minus 141 points. Chao Yu glanced at the score, then immediately counterattacked. Things known as the competition's limits seemed to have gone too far. Elder Kan ignored them all, but wait. The problem was that no one could stop those kids now. An unidentified girl decided she would take both young men away. She moved to strike. Gutu was still like a madman, screaming, Why are you still standing there?" Chao Yu provoked him. "Don't ask me because I'm the boss." That smug attitude only made Gutu even more fired up, punching wildly. Waiting for the moment he lost his composure, Chao Yu landed a straight punch to his face, shattering the black shield. Gutu, at that very moment, felt he had lost. The judges announced, "Chao Yu wins. Chao Yu wins. The mage class top scholar. It seems it's him." Suddenly, the old teacher screamed, "You reckless, bold fool, do you want to die?" Chao Yu, confused, turned back to see what had happened. In an instant, everyone had been captured. Huh. How can this be Gutu Su Xiaorong? Even them are they capturing students with superior natural talent. Just then, a woman in a black cloak approached. "You're awake. Sorry I had to use this method to invite you here." Chao Yu, frustrated, held up his tied hands. "You call this an invitation? Don't worry, we won't harm you. We just want to test your talents a little. Let me introduce myself. I am Hua Zi, in charge of the Baiza zone." Yang Sheng and Ma Fei had also just woken up. "Baiza? What is that? Is it an organization?" Chao Yu thought deeply. "Baiza, daring to strike like this. They really are a crazy organization." Su Xiaorong and Gutu also spoke up. "What exactly do you want? Kidnapping contestants is a serious crime. Release us at once." Hua Zi laughed loudly. She warned them, "If you don't want to get hurt, sit still and wait." She glared, threatening that if anyone tried to escape, she would make their life a living hell. Tai Yu asked, "So what? Why did you capture us and bring us here? Universities need fresh blood, so we at Baize naturally need to handpick our own talent. Too much of a hassle. Why not just scavenge for what's already there, right?" A student from the #1 academy, seeing this, flared up. "No way, we've never heard of any damn Baize. Quickly, let us go." After a minute of defiance, that young man was kicked by her and rolled to the ground. "You have no other choice. Once you understand the power of Baize, you will volunteer to join. Refusing is choosing death. I believe you are all smart people. Don't even think about running back into the inner world. These shackles on your hands are custom-made." Previously, for a brief moment, Elder Kan had shot arrows to take down the spies posing as staff members who had infiltrated the arena. "We have a mole. Our urgent priority is to rescue the contestants." Just then, someone stood behind him and shouted, "Level 35 Bao User Elder. Can I never expected that Judge Su Chung would be the one. Who exactly are you all? Why attack the contestants?" "Ha ha ha. You guessed. You think I'd tell you?" Elder Kan immediately drew his bow and fired an arrow at him, but then the image vanished. An illusion. Looking left and right, he saw Su Chung standing right in front of him and attacking. For someone so old, Your temper is still so hot. You'll die young like that. Currently, the entire rocky cliffside was being torn up by Elder Can. Elder Can, are you? All right. I'm fine. Those guys. Where are they? They've captured 10 contestants. We couldn't stop them. 10 people. Chao Yu Gu Tu and Su Xiaorong. Hearing those names only made the old teacher even angrier. The 2 headmasters of the 4th and 1st academies also arrived. Elder Can, if those captured are all geniuses, it proves they aren't in immediate danger. We still have a chance. With such disciplined training and completely spontaneous actions, this is definitely not something an ordinary organization could pull off. No one would have the guts to touch the contestants. Suddenly, a member of the organizing committee ran over panicked. Elder Can, bad news. Just in Sucheng City, there are 4 other cities where contestants have been kidnapped. The methods are identical. It's suspected to be the same organization. Elder Can went ballistic, ordering them to send investigators immediately. Regardless of the cost, they absolutely must ensure the safety of those 10 contestants. Elsewhere, Chao Yu was still struggling with these custom shackles. The physical cultivation guy whom Chao Yu had beaten into a pulp was acting tough again. Ha. You think a piece of trash shackle can hold me? I am a physical cultivator. He braced himself to break it, but he couldn't break a damn thing. Chao Yu, sitting nearby, gently tried to see if he could figure it out, then sighed. So easy. Looks like Bai Zi's equipment is really low quality. He went to each person to help. Now, everyone break their shackles. After finishing, there was still one person who didn't need Chao Yu's help. Gutu muttered with a sour face. I don't need your help. Suit yourself. Chao Yu used a weapon to blast open the door holding them. Huazi noticed something unusual and immediately shouted for them to stop. She turned back holding a gun, stunned to see that everyone had escaped. That guy is only a level 20 physical cultivator. He couldn't possibly break those shackles. How did you do it? Chao Yu stroked his chin with a sinister grin and replied, I know you won't be able to sleep tonight if I don't tell you, but goodbye. As soon as he finished, all the contestants returned to the inner world. Huazi couldn't do a thing, only feeling helpless and worried. By the time they come out of the inner world, Sucheng's people will likely have arrived already. Chao Yu, is it? I will remember your name, she muttered as she stepped away. Entering the Chaodu dungeon, he received a quest to travel to Lingsu Mountain and prevent the resurrection of the Hamba. The difficulty is E-level, and the rewards are based on the player's performance. Chaodu is currently disguised as a zombie looking around, but he doesn't see the Yang family soldiers anywhere. He guesses that this is a random teleportation dungeon. If he destroys the bronze gong and the soul-sealing gong in the NPC's hands, he will likely be free to act. Suddenly, the 2 people in front of him turn around, faces pale, screaming, Master, the corpse god is coming back to life. The old master in front looks annoyed. What are you 2 freaking out about in the middle of the night? How could the corpse god possibly come back to life? If a corpse resurrects, it turns into evil energy and its hair, nails, and teeth will grow long. Have you forgotten everything I've taught you? It's like it all went in one ear and out the other. The old man stares at Chaodu for a moment, then turns away. The disciple behind him still hesitates and tries to explain. But Master, I really saw, a giant blade suddenly appeared in the corpse god's hand. How many times do I have to tell you? How could the corpse god's stiff body possibly move to hold a blade? Chaodu just guessed that these 2 characters must be the NPCs accompanying them, and he would likely enter the dungeon content very quickly. He decided to stick close to them, holding his hands out like a zombie. Upon entering a room filled with talismans, the master tells the young man to stay outside and watch the corpse god while he goes inside to do something. The guy is left, alone, watching Chaodu in terror. He even kowtows repeatedly, begging, Corpse god, sir, I beg you, please don't come back to life. Just then, 2 people kick the door open carrying a coffin. An old man smoking a pipe stops and looks at Chaodu. A fixation talisman. This technique, What is your relationship with the corpse-leading master Gu Tuxuan? The young man stammers and stutters. Gu Tuxuan is my master. Are you guys the ones carrying the coffin? The old man smirks. Gu Tuxuan's disciple actually has some keen eyes. Where is your master? My master had some business, so he went out and will be back shortly. The old man begins to inspect Chowdu's body, looking a bit surprised. Whoa, the corpse hasn't rotted, and it's still it's warm and retains its elasticity. This body must have just died not long ago. The old man takes his pipe and pokes it into Chowdu's face. The young man panics and yells, Senior, don't. You can't be disrespectful to the corpse god. If you accidentally trigger him, the consequences will be unimaginable. The man carrying the coffin gets heated. Corpse god, my foot. It's just a corpse. What consequence could there be for being disrespectful to it? You guys are just a bunch of corpse handlers. Only you would call these bodies corpse gods. If he dares to act up my Feng Li's funeral staff isn't just for show. The young man looks pale and stammers. You can't do that. That's disrespectful to the corpse god. The old man continues poking Chowdu's face with his pipe. This kid actually looks pretty handsome, doesn't he? If we sell him to some rich family, we could get a good price. Feng Li, take this body away. As Feng Li tries to blatantly steal the corpse, the young man blocks him. No, you are no different from thieves. My master won't let you get away with this. Feng Li slaps the young NPC straight in the face. The young man is determined. If you dare take one more step, I'll risk my life to stop you. Feng Li shows extreme disdain, sneering, then kicks him right in the stomach. What a loser. You have no skills yet, you dare to act tough. Chowdu, after being quiet for a while, can't take it anymore. If I'm a corpse, then I'll just have to speak up. After he sighs, all three people there are startled. Chowdu rips off the talisman and complains. The young NPC is shocked. The corpse god. The corpse god. It really is that corpse. Chowdu grabs his staff and declares, I didn't intend to get involved, but I haven't reached Lingsu Mountain yet. So how can I let you take me away to be sold? He rushes to attack the old man carrying the coffin. The man immediately activates his magic staff's dark barrier, but he still gets hit by one of Chowdu's palms. After tumbling several times, the old man realizes, You're not a corpse. You're a living person. Feng Li also tries to strike, thinking, Who does he think he is? Stop pretending to be a spirit. He swings his mace straight at Chowdu's face, but Chowdu doesn't even flinch. The old man carrying the coffin starts to get scared. You? Exactly what are you? A human or a corpse? Chowdu proudly replies, Not hiding anything. To tell you the truth, I don't know myself. During this process, the system announces that his corpse transformation status has been activated. In this state, the player receives a boost of 100 defense points. At the same time, anti-corpse techniques also become effective against the player. Chowdu finally understands his situation. No wonder he was controlled by the soul-sealing bell. The disadvantage of this state is that his HP is still high, and he doesn't need mana, so it doesn't really affect him at all. The old man carrying the coffin stands there chanting, holding two talismans. Feng Li, you go forward and stop him. I'll use the corpse-suppressing strike to take down this monster. As soon as he receives the order, he grabs his mace and rushes at Chowdu. Chowdu doesn't hold back, slamming down with great force, pinning Feng Li's feet to the ground. He can't take it anymore and sends an SOS signal to his master. But when he turns around, the old man has already tucked tail and run for his life. Feng Li, left behind, can only curse. Bo Tianyue, you are a coward. I'll dig up your family's graves. Chowdu smirks. Don't worry, he won't get away. Right after that, he uses his full speed to chase him down, cutting Bo Tianyue's body in two with one strike. Feng Li is so shocked, he drops to his knees. After taking care of the old man, Chowdu turns back to deal with Feng Li. I almost forgot about you. He rushes over and punches him straight in the face. The system announces, player Chowdu has defeated NPC. Bo Tianyue gaining 75 experience points. Player Chao Du, through defeating NPC Feng Li, gains 10 attribute points and 50 experience points. After cleaning up, Chao Du is curious and starts fiddling with the coffin. What on earth is this thing? Let's open it and see, shall we? The box is a spirit-suppressing coffin. Thanks to the strange patterns carved into the coffin after lying inside, one can receive special effects. As soon as he opens it, the young man is startled. This Ma Bingxuan? Is she Zuoju? Suddenly, she sits bolt upright. You think you can recognize me this way? Chao Du laughs awkwardly. You're awake. Zuja looks at him confused, not knowing why she was lying in the coffin. Once he had finished dealing with things, Q-Du, feeling a bit curious, went over to poke around at the coffin. What on earth is this thing? He wondered. Might as well take a peek. That chest was a soul-suppressing coffin, covered in bizarre patterns that had been carved right into the wood. Lying inside supposedly granted special effects. As soon as he opened it, the young man jumped out of his skin. Wait, this Ma Bin Suyen guy. Is that really Ta Truk? Suddenly, the head popped up out of nowhere. Is this how you plan to greet me? Q-Du gave an awkward laugh. Haha. You're awake, are you? Ta Truk looked at him with a confused, what the hell expression, having no clue why on earth she was lying in a coffin. Q-Du crossed his arms, scrutinizing the situation. I more or less get it now. It seems all 10 of us who entered this instance will turn into zombies to complete it. Instance quest. The young NPC stood there looking dazed, having no clue what was happening. Another joy deity appearing right in front of my eyes. Are they corpses? Is that so? Q-Du instinctively looked over at him. This young man, was so scared he just blurted out, Great joy. Deity, is there anything you need to ask? Q-Du got straight to the point. We want to go to Spirit Mountain. Take us there. Can I? Sure. His master and he were originally heading to Spirit Mountain anyway. Just then, Kotu-Hien returned. Master, look at this. These are 2 joy deities I subdued. You brat, you actually have this kind of talent. Forget it, let's go. The main mission is urgent. After a few hours, they arrived at Spirit Mountain Village. Following the sudden end of the dragon god's path in front of them was the burial site. The air is stagnant. The dragon's vitality is not gathered. The grass is scorched. The vein is clearly broken. The burial site must be moved back and set higher. Hold the dragon's head down, sink the grave, and seal it. Lower the coffin into the deep pit, fill the tomb, and restore the shrine to complete the grand creation. Everywhere around here there are talismans scattered about. As soon as Kotu-Hien arrived, the bald leader called them inside to wait, saying the other brothers were almost there. He turned back to instruct his disciple. Apprentice, keep a close eye on those joy deities. The outside is full of your fellow students. They were all lining up. Seeing each other, Duang Huangdich and Q-Du were delighted. The NPC guy, however, was stunned, mouth agape. Why did all the joy deities come back to life? Am I going crazy? Inside, the 5 leaders were meeting. Is everyone's joy deity ready? This is the 5th time we've performed the yin summoning. I hope that no one makes a mistake. After the others confirmed they were ready, the head elder decided they would enter the emperor's tomb tonight. As night fell, they led the zombies to the emperor's tomb. The atmosphere was eerie, and talismans were spread out evenly. Big brother, the joy deities have been brought here. Can we leave first? The head elder didn't seem to agree with the others' opinions and immediately grumbled, Where do you think you're going? Right after that, he knelt down and shouted, Millennium Confidant, the Supreme Emperor, the Yin corpses have arrived. Heavenly Emperor, water curtain, take. The Yin corpses, as the medium, use human blood as the sacrifice, and may the Heavenly Emperor grace the world. The others were suddenly backstabbed by their big brother and were too shocked to react. Big brother, are you planning to sacrifice all of us? I won't let my life end so easily. The masters immediately ran for their lives. Stop wasting your breath. Let's just get out of here first. The bald elder turned back. Trying to run. Where do you think you're going? Just then, a swarm of demons crawled out of the ground. They were slaughter zombies. So it was you. You planned all along to lead us into a death trap. Meanwhile, Q-Do's group of fellow students was still assessing the situation. Q-Do, they seem to be fighting among themselves. What should we do now? He reminded everyone of the mission. We need to prevent the Hanba from waking up. This Hanba seems to be the heavenly emperor that Big Brother was talking about. All the students charged in to fight the slaughter zombies. The system announced the player evaluation. Q-Do engaged in melee combat, eliminating a slaughter zombie. Reward 5 attribute points. Experience points increased by 25. The bald leader stood there laughing maniacally with delight. The 9 yin corpse puppets have already entered the Emperor's tomb. Master, you can finally be resurrected. They thought it would be an easy meal, but when they turned around, they saw Q-Do's group destroying all the slaughter. Ah, zombies. The leader was startled. The yin corpses are still alive. How dare you ruin my grand plan? Immediately, the old man drew a talisman and cast a spell. With one stroke, the world trembles, touching the peaks. The 3 pure ones respond, the hearts connect. Q-Do was fighting smoothly, but suddenly startled as he felt his movements and speed slow down. He thought the zombie transformation status had worn off. The leader, behind him, didn't stop chanting and drawing. Second stroke. The founding master creates rousing the great gods to mobilize the great army. Third stroke, the fierce slaughter suppresses the river. The corpse senses the evil. As soon as he finished the command, Q-Do and his friends couldn't move anymore. The old man was exhausted, but still smiled smugly. Don't worry, you group of yin corpses are precisely the nourishment for my master. I can't let you be like this. Q-Do's mind was racing. This is bad. If we stay controlled like this, he might successfully wake that Hanba up. The young man turned urgently to Kotu Hien. Hey, are you still alive? We have to stop that Hanba from waking up. Don't you guys have any way to remove this restriction on us? Kotu Hien was surprised. Hanba, you mean to say the emperor corpse in that stone coffin is Hanba? What else could it be? And that guy is strong. Well, how unlucky. The most unwanted thing has arrived. The dragon breath returns to the human world. The system announced, Hanba has been resurrected. Modifying quest. Modification successful. Quest requirement. Defeat Hanba. Difficulty D. Information about Hanba boss zombie ancestor level 20. Health 4,000 out of 4,000. Strength 223. Defense 170. Valkyrie 7. Agility 158. Skills: Scorching Flame. Corpse Poison. Zombie Ancestor's Might. Everyone started screaming in panic. It's over. Hanba is resurrected. Hanba immediately chased the loudest student. The boy panicked. What the hell? Why are you chasing me? Just then, seeing Q-Do, the guy out of spite, dodged and lured Hanba over, even smirking. May the Taoist perish, not the poor Taoist. Q-Do was furious. Things were going fine, and now he had to fight this thing. The moment Hanba lunged at him, he gave it a bonus punch, sending it flying. Hanba, losing control, crashed hard into the church. It got angry and spat out poisonous sludge. His friend warned him in a panic. Q-Do, watch out. That's corpse poison. Q-Do activated Eternal Ice, wall blocking the poison just in time, helping Q-Do dodge the attack. Another friend also wanted to contribute, immediately activating, like Spring Breeze, restoring Q-Do's health. Just as he recovered, Hanba shattered the ice and lunged out. Another student activated Shadow Illusion, launching a lethal critical attack, dealing 36 damage to Hanba. He froze for a moment, his fury peaking. He let out a full-force roar, attacking with Zombie Ancestor's Might. After being hit by this skill, all of the player's attribute values were halved. Q-Do was extremely annoyed. Damn it, doesn't that mean my health is also halved? No wonder. The difficulty of this level is D-grade. The young man with the top knot who used the shadow skill earlier was completely bewildered. This is insane. After my stats were halved, I have no way to hurt Hanba anymore. We need to cooperate tactically. Don't let Hanba have the chance to run wild. Q-Do lunged forward and delivered a critical punch, instantly subtracting 398 health from Hanba. The top-knot guy was shocked, jaw-dropping in amazement. What kind of soul mage are you anyway? My stats are halved, yet your damage is 10 times higher than my ultimate move. Xiao Yu kept his focus, but it was no use. Luckily, Hanba suppressed its power, which knocked you backward. Duang Huang worriedly cried out, "Brother Yu, are you? What's wrong? What are we going to do? Right now, besides you, I'm afraid that no one can break through Hanba's defense anymore." Qiudu tried to calm himself down, saying he was fine. Suddenly, he glanced over at that guy Ko Tuk from the Second Academy. He immediately lunged forward with a sinister look and punched Kotuk, sending him flying. Caught off guard, the guy thought Qiudu was using this chance to get revenge, but in reality, Qiudu was actually trying to help him. "What are you yelling for? Look in front of you." It turned out Hanba had targeted Kotuk, and by activating the haunting vassal, Qiudu had formed a protective shield against all of Hanba's attacks. Qiudu stood there with his arms crossed, watching. I didn't expect this guy's haunting vassal to be so useful here. Hanba did a few flips, planning to attack from a different angle. Kotuk was quick-witted enough to turn around and activate sacrificial haunting, but it was too late. He took a direct hit, a punch so hard it nearly knocked his face off. Delivered by Hanba. Hanba didn't let up, and taking advantage of the opening, it landed another heavy blow right on the other side of Kotuk's cheek.